Frankie Andrews was looking. When Frankie Andrews was looking. All right, cocksucker. We are fucking live.
Lounge. Well, this fucking guy is late again. He's punishing me because I was always late. Cocksucker. He's falling asleep. But who gives a fuck? We've moved past it. He's forgiven. I'm forgiven. The fucking dog's forgiven. And we're back here in the final round. And yes, I'm holding a little cheese stick in my hand like a little dick. But whatever. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Fighters Lounge. I'm Jake. That's Isiah. We're kicking ass.
Kicking ass, taking names.
I fuck my fucking bullshit fighters of no skill. Shout, is there any boxing fans watching? I got the Eye of a Tiger card. Mosleus fucking Iglesias going for his first world title against Soyagin. We got the card right now. Chan Thompson's fight Luis Santana. It's a fucking war right now. I'll be looking at that. You know, Spratly Frout. But we got tons to talk about, cocksucker. We got some, we got big news. And that big news is that Yuri Prochazka, well, it's not news, is going to be having his first Viking son 3 or 4 days after he fights on Saturday.
It's his daughter.
Oh, it's a girl?
Yeah.
Well, she's going to be dude. Listen to me. Whoever that girl is, she's going to be UFC World Champion in 20 years. She's going to be UFC World Champion.
Let's go for that,
dude. Honestly, wouldn't it be cool to see Yuri with like old hair and a beard walking his daughter at the cage? And it was like,
you remember Yuri crying when Alex beat Magomed?
Dude, that was great.
We're gonna see that when his daughter was.
He's like, he's gonna be like, that's my daughter. He's like, victory. All right, guys, it is Yuri Prochazka fight week, UFC 327 in Miami, bro. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, for UFC 327. Pretty okay card, dude. It's a pretty solid card. Could have been better.
Bad. Let me just say this. It's not bad for a company that doesn't care about fans and wants to make shareholder value.
Exactly. It's not
too bad.
All right, gotcha. We're gonna start. We're gonna jump. You got any news or anything, or we're gonna just jump right into fucking breakdown?
Well, I mean, we were talking about what's the latest on Conor McGregor. We were just talking about it before we went live.
Well, as of right now, I mean, he's right now is the most tested athlete in 2026. And he's reported to be fighting on International Fight Weekend, beginning of July, UFC 329.
Who do we think is the most likely opponent? Because I have a theory about who it is.
Maybe Max. Maybe.
No.
I mean, it depends on what division he fights in. Because he can't make 55. No fucking way.
Who's another guy who has not fought in 55 in a lot of years? Who's got a big name?
Please don't tell me it's Masvidal.
Yeah.
Fuck. No, I just fucking figured it out.
But dude, if you think about it, what else is logical? It's a fight he can win. It's a guy who at one time had a name, obviously not close. But bro, think about it. 2019 and 2023. At that time, if I gave you 10 fighters, I said, bro, in that 4-year period, give me the top 10 most popular fighters in the UFC. You would have put Jorge in there. Don't lie. You put Jorge in there. Maybe not top 5. Maybe not top 5 in that period. But from when he knocked out Ben Askren, to when Colby sat on him for 5 rounds, who was one of the biggest stars of the company? It was Jorge.
Yeah, no, that 4-second knockout really propelled him into superstardom.
Because let's be honest, he would have never got that second chance at Kamaru if 1, there wasn't COVID, and 2, he wasn't popular.
Yeah, he got that first chance because Gilbert couldn't fight because he got COVID.
Yeah. I always forget that, bro. I always forget that he fought him before he fought Gilbert. It's crazy. So, yeah, for me, is either. I mean, because Nate's not there, they offered him the Nate fight. Because that's one thing that Nate has said. Nate said that they offered him the Conor fight, right?
Yeah,
or was it?
That's what Nate was saying. But he said he doesn't want to fight. Past his prime, one leg.
But here's my theory, dude. My theory is that they were. I'm talking about Sean Shelby, those guys. They were probably so thought all right, well, we'll throw the money in because he said he got offered more. They were probably so confident that he wouldn't go to Jake Paul's little shit, fucking Netflix shit. So they probably. Bless you, bro. You good?
Yeah.
Cocksucker. Yeah. Hey, bro, everyone's getting sick. It's a mess. It's a mess.
Fucking mess.
But dude, I feel like they were so confident that he was going to do that they were like telling people because we heard rumors about it at the time, and then it died because Nate was saying, "Fuck you, I'm going to go fight Mike Perry and have a better fight." And Jesus Christ, bro, get a tissue. You want one? You good?
I hope I'm done with that. Jesus
Oh.
No, that's violence guaranteed. That fight. I mean, the first punch thrown at Nate Diaz is gonna open up that face, dude. You know he's gonna start bleeding immediately.
Also, bro, there's gonna be blood everywhere because Mike caught easy too.
Yeah,
He
no, that's true. They've got some
man.
damage on them.
So, all right, if there's one guarantee you can put on Mike Perry and Nate, it's that at some point somebody's gonna bleed. Somebody's gonna bleed, and it's gonna be early.
Just bleed.
Just bleed. Okay, so I don't think we got any other news. We obviously have big stuff coming up. We don't, and bro, it's I want to make a quick comment about the UFC. That we've talked about that we haven't talked about on the channel a lot. Because you still haven't made that rant video that you've been saying you're going to make for the last 2 months, which is okay because I know it's coming in some degree. What?
You'll come. Don't worry.
Bro, I'm not disappointed because I know when it's going to come. It's going to be great. And it better be more than 25 minutes. I want you going for a fucking hour, cocksucker. I want you getting picked off. But no. It's crazy because 2 years ago, Davis, after COVID, guys, I'm telling you, we're going everywhere. Well, they're pretty much going everywhere they went last year. They're going to China, they're going to Australia, and then they're going to Apex 30 times a year, which is what they did the last 2 years. Because guess what? Money. And if they're going to keep doing this, they're going to open the door for Netflix by one, not going to every other places, because Netflix doesn't need to. Netflix could just do Vegas and put on big fights. Listen to me. Listen to me, dude. We talked about this. Nobody really cares where the fights are, but it has to be a crowd. Some crowd. It can't be the Apex crowd, which you guys could. Fuck the Apex. It's terrible. I don't care if they made it. It's still a small hall venue. Okay, it's fine for Chris Duncan and Moicano. Right, that card was great last week. Right, you watched it.
That was a fucking awesome card.
It was a great card. And bro, let's be honest. So, hey, look at you. Hey, what are you doing with UFC sponsor? Get that shit off, you son of a bitch. You fucking traitor. Are you siding with that piece of shit that Dom Cruz hates? You son of a
fuck no.
But dude, here's what we like, bro. It's fine for those fights, but let's be honest. That was probably the best card of the Paramount deal so far, right? That was the best card.
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it was a small hall fight night. And it's fine to have those for that. But dude, and I'll say this even before it happens and after. Kyoji versus Manel Kape should be in the Tokyo Dome or at least Korakuen Hall. Because you about Korakuen Hall where all these small hall Japanese fights, it still holds 15,000. You could still have 15,000 there. That's more than half the arenas in this country. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. So, they got to stop fucking. And I'm taking this time briefly. I'll be done in a second just to shit on Dana because you do it all the time. I don't get a lot of chance to because I take care of the boxing. Dude, him saying shut up and watch the fights? No, you fucker. You told us to care. Dude, he is such a hypocrite. He told us for years to care about everything. And he gave us reason to. And now he's turning his back because he's a sellout. Like Max Kellerman, and listen to me. I love Bisping in DC, but you saw that's the season of Tough, right?
Yeah.
Complete sellouts. DC was already a sellout. He already was after he retired, which is fair because, let's be honest, he probably didn't make enough money in his career because he got screwed by John, which as a John fan, I'll admit. But I never thought Bisping would stoop this low to fucking save the company. But, but then again, they have done a lot for him, so I understand it. All right, that's all I got to say. Fuck corporations, they can die. All right. Cocksucker, you ready?
Yeah, dog. The before we start, the line
Yeah, go ahead.
test says the early line test for the fighters have come out.
Okay, so what excuse do you give for Izzy's loss then?
Hey, sometimes
Come on, Mr. Prophecy, give me an answer. Give me
that's
an
the one.
answer.
Hey, every other time, every other time, every
Okay,
other
so,
time.
so you're telling me that this is like the Drake curse that was going on, that just because Kamaru broke it doesn't mean it didn't exist?
Yeah, because every other time it's been working. Other than Izzy,
Okay, okay.
because the line is indicating
Oh, I
that
saw this.
Yuri,
I saw this.
Yuri has been targeted.
What?
Yuri's the next victim.
Wait, show me again.
Let me pull it up.
No, but bro, you saw the one earlier in the week, bro. Bro, listen to me. They had a face off on Tuesday, and it was different.
I might just
It
have to
was.
wait for the actual face off and
I'm
find it.
telling you, you fucking people blow this shit so much. You know what? I'm done. Let's watch some boxing. You know what? I'm putting a hand to you. You and your fucking people. Prophecy. The lines, man. Oh, the stature. It's random, dude. And think about it. It's not that much of a sample size. You've had like 3 or 4 numbered cards. Oh my god, we know everything, fans. Dude, bro, I love you like a brother. All love. But MMA fan, I've told you this. You guys are the most delusional shitbags I've ever met in my life. You guys are literally like fucking the Jedi Order in the prequels. When Qui-Gon
Basically.
Jinn goes, guys, I thought a Sith Lord. They're like, a Sith Lord? No. That's
No,
impossible.
that's not possible.
That's not possible. This Sith cannot return without us knowing. He fucking fought a Sith Lord on Tatooine, you dumb fucks. But because the Sith have been gone for 1,000 years, they cling to it like holy writ. And you MMA fans cling to anything like holy writ. I love you, bro, but you are guilty of this, and so is all MMA fans.
Sometimes I gotta. Sometimes I gotta.
Dude, guess what? It's all cool. It's all cool because as boxing fans, we do the same thing with resumes and stuff. Oh, this guy beat that guy. And this shit happens. So it's how it is in sports. All right, cocksucker. Anything else before we get in the card? Oh, I want to talk about one thing. We do, here at the final round, we do not. Obviously, we're going to shit on him later on the card. We do not condone the shirts that Josh Hogan has made. That is fucked up.
Oh
With all this shit going on in this world, like
he also at the press conference, during his stupid fucking character building, basically said Curtis Blades is a pedophile. So there's that too.
Why? Because he has a stutter? Is that why?
Yeah, I don't know. He said he's involved in Pizzagate. So
yeah, okay. Just because I want to get this out of the way, we're not going to talk about when we get to the fights. But Josh Hogan, we'll mention he's pretty much turned into a shittier Colby.
Yeah.
Because as Curtis mentioned, you watched the interview, and we'll bring this up later. Curtis mentioned that as much as everyone hated Colby, he's actually a really good wrestler.
Yeah.
He was a decent striker, and as Curtis said, he had some skill to stand on. Like bro, everyone forgets, he dominated a slightly past his prime but not fully faded Robbie Lawler and sent him spiraling to his end.
That was a really good fight too.
Yeah, it was a great fight. It was a great fight. And at that point, like, bro, as fans, we probably went, oh man, because at that point, like, fuck Colby. But then when Robbie couldn't be like, oh man, Colby's actually good. Fuck. You know what I mean? And listen to me. We'll talk about this later. Josh Hogan has a chance at heavyweight, but god damn it. And dude, I want to say this now because I don't want to bring it up when we get to the fight. I just want to talk about the fight itself when we get to it. Because, and also, I mean, we're gonna be shitting on Josh and giving Curtis credit because he deserves it. That remind me to bring this up when we get to the fight. We have to discuss Curtis's longevity because that's going underrated in all this analysis. His longevity is amazing, dude. Bro, I didn't realize I know he beat Volkov. He beat Volkov 8 years ago. I didn't know it was that long ago. Holy
Yeah.
shit. But I just want to say, fuck Josh Hogan for and bro, when he tried this shit with fucking Yuri stood up and goes, "Stay where you are." That
Stay
was
where
a
you are.
warning. That was a
I'm gonna
warning.
do with the lightsaber, bro. I'm gonna do with the lightsaber.
Come on, homie. I ain't about to down on me. I'll
My
take your
fight.
head Alex Perez's
Who's
body
your
on
next
me.
fighter in the world, mama? The
Stay where you
Incredible
are.
Hulk, mama.
Stay where you bro. Listen to me. If Yuri tells me stay where I am, I'm staying where the fuck I am.
I
I'm
ain't
not
moving.
fucking
Don't
moving.
worry, Yuri. I ain't moving an inch.
Yes, master. Yes, master. Dude, bro, Yuri is Qui-Gon Jinn. He's literally Qui-Gon Jinn.
All right, Cucksucker. You ready to
All right, let's
break
get
down
this
this
call.
fucking
Let's get
card?
this, let's get it. Yeah. See, this is what we do. We go on rabbit holes. All right, get to the card.
All right. UFC 327. Let's get right into it with the first fight of the night. We've got Charles Chuck Buffalo Radke versus Francisco Prado.
Mm-hmm.
I am siding with Chuck Buffalo in this fight.
You
He's
staying
coming
with
off.
him?
What?
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
He's coming off that submission win over Daniel Frunza in the third round 5 months ago, where he, utilized his wrestling that we all know he has, but hasn't really utilized it up until this moment. And he does train with Bilal, I'm pretty sure, so he has a very solid wrestling pedigree. And
Yeah.
taking on Francisco Prado, who is still young as shit, 23 years
Um,
old, a bit undersized for 170.
almost friend.
Should honestly probably be a 55er, but he's got a giant fucking head, so it's probably difficult to make the weight.
Yeah.
He's coming off that loss to Nikolai Valentikov, where I do think he won, but the judges gave it to
Yeah. Same here. I thought he.
Valentikov.
Yeah. Same here. I thought he won clearly, but
Yeah, but before that, he lost to Jake Matthews, which is a pretty solid loss.
yeah,
But then
that's a good fight. Yeah.
before that is a loss to Zell Huber, which has not aged well at all. So
Well, it hasn't waited well, but that fight was close too. Zal Herbert did, didn't because it
yeah,
was a decision, right? So, I remember that fight being close.
I just think uh, Charles is going to utilize his wrestling. Probably win a solid decision, maybe a late submission.
Okay.
Probably gets a loss here, gets cut, goes to the regional scene, maybe gets a bit better, has a bit more success, and gets signed back for
Yeah.
like 2 years or something.
So I'm inclined to agree with most about what you said about Prado. I think he was too young when he got in the company. He was super good on the regional scene, and we looked over his resume in the past. He hasn't fought really anybody good outside the UFC, so he was fast tracked. He is popular in Argentina. A couple months ago, he was in Buenos Aires with Santiago, Ponzinibbio, who's probably the greatest UFC fighter to ever come from Argentina. That's gonna be eclipsed by Esteban because he's going to be.
Yeah, right.
And I just want to say a thing about him because you made your prospect video, which was a great video. Go check it out, guys. Episode 11, right?
Yeah.
Great video. Go check it out, guys, please. But just to have my comments on it, Esteban Rikovics is somebody where if he can stay consistent, he will be a in my opinion, well, in our opinion, he will be a top 5 or top 10 mainstay for at least the next 5-10 years.
Yeah.
He has whether it's not skill because bro, the guy who lost to Hawk Frost, I think that guy, even when he was super unvaried, still beats everyone outside top 15. Everybody. So he's a really good fighter. He's a really good fighter, and I think he's going to fight for a world title. Now, going back to Prado, Prado is a guy who you make a good point. He should not be fighting at 70, but my theory as to why he's fighting at 70 is he's probably cut to 55 in past fights and probably had serious health issues.
Probably.
And I'd be honest, it's a smart bet. It's going to cost him losses, but it's a smart bet. I'm what you staring at. I'm Al Jones, Sean.
Yeah, I don't know. I was staring at it for a second.
Who's Aljo fighting? He's fighting somebody, right?
Yeah, he's just slow.
Oh yeah, yeah, right. He's fighting Zalal. I'm that's a fascinating fight. I think Zalal knocks him out, but we'll see.
Probably.
Yeah, but no, yeah. In terms of this, you know, in terms of Prado, I feel like it's probably better for him to stay on the track that he is at 170, even if he, as you said, does get cut. He eventually will grow bigger into that weight, and so, in my opinion, especially like if he was going to fight at 55, he should have been that when he got to the company. The fact that he's already fought at 170, because bro, we saw what happened. We are starting to see guys who do that, who cut lower to get the size advantage or not be undersized, and they suffer. The biggest example, as you know, is Jack Hermanson against Orlabai. A lightweight knocked out a middleweight, and the reason was because Jack Hermanson starved his body to get to 170. Yeah, he was bigger than Orlabai, but he wasn't that much bigger, and he got knocked out by one shot. So it's being shown that even with all the nutrition and stuff, you have to be a great talent to do that. You can't just be bigger and expect to not have any drawbacks from it. So I believe that Prado, in this fight, it's going to be close because Prado has shown good takedown defense in his fights. That's one thing I think that we're kind of neglecting. He's shown. Now, I'm not saying that the Raki won't get him down. Raki will be of a larger size than him, but I believe that I am going to pick Raki. I was going to pick Prado just to spite you, but Prado. Now, Prado can win this fight. He 100% can win this fight, but he'd have to stop Radke on the feet standing up probably. Yeah. So I'm going to go with Radke.
Yeah, we're both going Radke. Probably gets it done. Decision.
Yeah. Yes, points.
Let's move on. We've got. Is this the next fight? Do I have my fight order wrong?
Next one for.
Is it Markel? I got Markel Maderos versus Chris Padilla. Did they change the fight? Yeah, they changed the fight order.
Hold on.
Yeah, they switched it up on me.
Are you on the UFC website?
Yeah, they switched it up. Hold on a sec. Next fight is.
Bro, is it just me, or are there only 11 fights on this card?
I think there's 12.
There's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, but I got to be honest. This card is, in terms of name value, it's the best card of the year by far. In terms of overall name value altogether, like you have Kelvin Gastelum and Vicente Luque on the prelims, which means, what gives it, but it's also the fact that because of the point of their career, that's why they're on the prelims. Why they're not on the main card. So, So our next fight is Markel Maderos versus Chris Padilla.
No, the next fight is Kelvin Gastelum versus Vicente Luque.
Oh wow, Tapology has it right. Okay, well, whether it is or not, we'll find out on Saturday. Who knows?
Yeah.
And it just shows you that it's kind of two cases. Kelvin Gastelum is, as we talked about, is a case of a lot of spoiled talent. Oh, God, where he probably, like, if he had, following his Ultimate Fighter season win over Uriah Hall, if he had really dedicated his body to fighting at 170, he could have really, and bro, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't this fight supposed to be at 170 originally? I feel like it was. And then Henry Hoof was probably told, "Oh, hey, by the way, Kelvin's 255 pounds, and he's fat like usual."
Missing weight.
Bro, remember, bro, who was the fighter that posted that clip of that big fat guy getting off the airplane? Who was that? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, but you remember the GIF, right? Remember the big fat guy getting taken off the airplane when he missed weight? Do you remember that?
I think so.
Hold on, I'll pull it up. It was I'm just gonna type in Kelvin Gastelum missing weight meme. Where is it?
Oh, wasn't it like him looking like a fridge?
What?
Was he getting removed like with a crane?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, was it Brunson?
Oh yeah,
It was
it might
Derek
have been
Brunson.
Brunson. Dude, I gotta be honest. Derek is doing some great.
Yeah, he's Kelvin's a freaking fridge, dude. He's built like a fucking fridge.
I gotta be honest. He actually looks in decent shape
For
for
once,
this
yeah.
fight. Not great shape because he's Kelvin, but
But good
oh,
shape for Calvin.
all right. I'm sorry. I'm looking at this. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm trying to get a decision for this Shannon Johnson fight.
Anyway, we got Kelvin Gastelum versus Vicente Luque. Um, two fighters who kind of have been unreliable in the last couple of years. Kelvin Gastelum missing weight multiple times in the last couple of fights. Um, his last fight he beat Dustin Stoltzfus by unanimous decision. Before that, he got beaten by Joe Pyfer, which we were there live to see. Um, and then that win over D Rod was a bit controversial. He did miss weight in that fight as well. Um, but he's taking on Vicente Luque, who has not been the same type of fighter since that Jeff Neal fight where he caused a brain bleed in Vicente Luque and fucked him up. And since then, he's beaten the likes of RDA. He did lose to Joaquin Buckley, but that was a very weird type of finish where it looked like Vicente kind of just laid down and quit.
Yeah,
And it was
he's unfortunately not like we saw we saw the Kevin Holland fight that wasn't very good. Like
no,
there's just it seems like, and I was kind of off of my point originally. It seems like with Kelvin, it's a squandered potential, and he has sort of in a way made like a sort of a career resurgence in terms of like relevance. You know what I
kind
mean?
kind of yeah.
Yeah, sort of. Well, I'm thinking sort of in terms of like relevance, fighting decent guys, and and giving guys like Joe fight for a good test. Whereas for Luque, it's kind of been the slow decline. Like ever since he got murdered by Jeff Neal, which he got murdered by Jeff Neal. Because bro, you
Yep.
made a good point on your breakdown video. In 2020, 2021, you're right. He was viewed as a dark horse. He had some sneaky good wins. He was creeping up. He was like what, ranked 8 or 9 at one point. He was pretty highly ranked. He was, people were talking about Luque as, hey, he gets one more big win, he could be fighting for a title next.
Yeah, dude, he
I
was
remember
seen
at
as
the
that
time,
next guy when he choked out Mike Chiesa.
yeah, and
I
I
think
remember
it was
when me and you first became friends at the wing nights, we were talking, and because I didn't know who he really was, and you're like, bro, this guy Luque, he probably won't beat Kamaru also because they were like sort of teammates, but yeah, he probably wouldn't beat Kamaru, but he would, he at least go a distance. And I'm like, I
yeah.
don't know, but then I watched him fight, good
He,
fighter, and then he ran into Jeff Neal, and then he got murdered, and it's been downhill since there.
well, it kind of
What's
been downhill since the
I'm
Kamaru
actually,
versus Kobe 2 fight because he was
huh?
supposed to weigh in as the backup for that fight, and
Yeah,
he
oh,
missed
you're right.
weight.
That
He
was
missed weight, and
20.
since then he has not been the same. I don't know what it was, but like he was it lost to Bilal Muhammad, and then he lost
That
to
was
Jeff
after that,
Neal.
right?
Yeah, that was after
That was
that,
after that, yeah.
and then lost to Jeff Neal, and that's when everything went bad for him.
Bro, do you think that he had a really bad weight cut and something bad happened medically, like really bad happened medically? Because
I
what
don't know,
else could explain
probably,
it?
dude, probably.
Yeah, like what else could explain it? Yeah, because he, well, I mean, he lost the Bilal, but on that, that was Bilal, whatever. But then Jeff Neal
Who?
battered him for 3 rounds and finished him. Who?
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 I'm well found a former champion. Who?
Who?
I know it's crazy. That's Kamaru's only clip of last year.
Yeah,
I'm not his
Kamaru
fight.
after
Not his fight. Him going, who?
Kamaru after one win. Who? Who?
Me? Who? Me fighting for
Anyway,
title? Who? Who?
dude, I
And
think
I mean, it's great because we're still talking about it, but dude,
Kelvin
but
wins this fight. I think he's the better, well-rounded fighter. I think he has, a
If
bit
this
more
was at
momentum.
170, I'd be 100% choosing Kelvin. The reason why is Kelvin does not have a good track record at middleweight, and because now you're gonna say, well, he's fought his whole career at middleweight. No, he's had a couple of 170 fights where he's missed weight and still fought, and he's won. But he's been 185 pounds fighting for 70
Yeah.
pounds. So in terms of this, bro, you know, the Vicente, and I'm looking at Vicente's record here. Since the win to Chiesa, he's had 2 wins. He had the good win against RDA in 2023. And then his only other win is that Garimbo. And we were so no, actually, it wasn't just me. Both of us were saying, I don't know, this Stemba guy. Like now, I remember we both picked Vicente. Nobody forget that. We did, right? We both picked Vicente. We weren't that stupid. But we were saying, hey man, this Stemba guy could actually be good. We were dead wrong. That guy stunk. And also, thank God we actually did. Bro, thank God we actually didn't pick him. Because that would have been embarrassing. And for those who don't know, Thumba Greenbow was the guy that the Rock bought the house for. So
Yeah.
that's only and he's had, I'll give Vicente credit. He in his last fight, he actually gave Joe Alvarez a pretty good test.
That was also a weird fight too.
Yeah, well, you were so. I mean, I wasn't watching the fight, but you were so confident that he was, the Joe was going to run through him, and it didn't happen. And because of that, we got disappointed in Joel. What I think we should have thought is that this is Joel's first fight at 170. He's not used to the weight class, and Vicente looks really good. I think he really thought he was going to win that fight, and he had a fight this year that was canceled. He was supposed to fight Kyle Dawkins, and then the UFC said, actually, we need him to fight on this freedom card. Like, I mean, it's a big deal.
Big fucking deal. Come on.
Yeah, because I've heard rumors that Kyle Dawkins was offered the Monaco fight, turned it down originally because it was the same money as this fight, and then they offered him rumored they offered him another $100,000. So I'm assuming his baseline was like what 75. So he's probably making maybe $200,000 now, which is fucking really good. Someone like him. So if that's the reason, I get it. But honestly, dude, as much as I love Kelvin as a personality, he is just so unreliable.
I mean, no, you're not wrong. He's very unreliable. They're both unreliable at this point in the career.
Well. Here's the thing: if you take recent times, you have to go Kelvin, which is saying something about how bad Vicente's been. That's what we're saying. Vicente's not. He's not looked good. Is Vicente Luque still? Is he still decent? Yes, he's still a decent fighter. If he thought Thumba Garimbo in 30 years, he'd still beat him. I don't care if Thumba Garimbo was 20 years old and Vicente's 60. He still beats guys like that. But the guys at this level, and because let's be honest, I know it was years ago, but Kelvin Gastelum almost knocked out and beat Izzy in the 5th round of their fight. He was kicking Izzy's ass in that round. No, it was life or death. And Izzy knew it. Izzy's like, I'm going to die in here. He knew it. That's how great that fight was. And I'm so glad that fight got in the Hall of Fame because it is deserving. But as I said, recent times consistently, I got to go Kelvin. But if I look at their whole careers, I have to go Vicente. Because Kelvin's had some spots where bro, when he lost to Rob, the night that Ben Askren took a dive against Jake Paul, I remember watching that. I'm in my dorm. Remember that? We're watching that on my phone and the fight.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
We were not sure who's going to win that fight, Rob or Kelvin. And then we realized the discrepancy. And that was kind of Kelvin's sort of dark age where he was just losing fights and he didn't look good at all. And so, and here's the thing. I am going to join you on Kelvin only because I think he has a little bit better momentum. And also, I feel that in terms of, also, it's weird because Vicente Luque is 34. Yeah. And how old is Kelvin?
The same age.
So
Kelvin's 1 month older.
And here's what's crazy. they both, in terms of fight years, they're not 34, they're 74
Yeah.
fight
Yeah.
years. They've both been in the UFC for a long time. They both fought in a lot of great names. Kelvin has achieved higher stuff, but
Kelvin's a
they
bit durable too.
what?
Kelvin's a bit more durable at this
And
point too.
that's where I was going. And for that reason, I'm going to join you on Kelvin. Just because if it gets to a striking match and it gets to a brawl, I don't see Vicente knocking him out. I could see Kelvin not finishing him, but severely hurting him at some points.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I did put a bet on Vicente, a $5 bet for him, for him to win by decision.
It's fair. It's completely fair.
Dog, and
Kelvin's unreliable, and if you
he's
look at his
super
record,
reliable.
he's win, lost, win, lost, win. He's
And
due
here's
for a
the thing:
loss.
if this fight was at middleweight, like even after Vicente lost to Jeff Neal, I'd pick Vicente because even though he had lost, he was still consistent at the time, or viewed to be. But since his recent times, he's had trouble with weight, he's had some issues, he's been pulled out, so it's just like I don't know, man. But yeah. We're going with Kelvin.
Yep, got
Yeah.
both got Kelvin. Let's
Yeah.
move on. We got Markel Medeiros versus Chris Paco Padilla.
So I want to say something real quick, dude. You've seen a lot more Chris Padilla than me.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm only really going off what I know about Medeiros. Excuse me. Which is, some Contender Series stuff is UFC fights. I think that the only fight I've seen of Padilla's was his first fight against Rong Zhu. Or I'm sorry, not his first fight. His
second fight.
Yeah, because he beat James Yontop.
Yeah.
The guy that Rufy beat the shit out of when we were there in the Garden, and it's kind of funny because Padilla's got he has a loss at CES to a guy named Nate Andrews who's okay. He has a loss to Gabe Green in Bellator years ago. He lost to Christian Aguilera years ago. He lost to a guy named Jason Gonzalez. So he's had his losses. Now, it seems like he's one of these guys, and we're starting to see this more and more. Guys like Padilla who come in with 4 or 5 losses, but they're streaking, and also, I love his name, Taco, but yeah, that's a cool name, Taco. That's awesome. A cool name. I like that. And it just seems like he's one of these guys that has their losses, but was probably rushed early to get to the UFC. Had these losses, wasn't there, lost in Bellator, and now he's a great reforming fighter. The issue with this is that at spots, Markel Medeiros has looked electric at times. And so some of his fights, sometimes he hasn't been. So the reason why I'm gonna pick Medeiros, I want Padilla to prove me wrong. I want Padilla to prove listen to me. When we're watching, I'm gonna root for Padilla, but as a pick, I'm gonna pick Medeiros only because I've only seen one of Padilla's fights. And let's be honest, the only sort of decent opponent he's beaten, no offense to Jai Herbert has never been the same as Ilya knocked him out. He hasn't. He has not. You can't say he's been any good since Ilya knocked him out. Prior to that, Jai Herbert was an ascending featherweight. And actually, I think I might have been a lightweight, actually, the Jai and Ilya. He was an ascending fighter. He got knocked out the dropping league. He got knocked out bad. He's never been the same. And also, Chris Padilla beat him by split decision. He didn't run for Jai Herbert. And here's the thing: Jai Herbert, I think, is better than Bonfim. Not Gabriel, Ismail Bonfim, who we both said is not that great of a fighter compared to his brother. So for that reason, and now I'm not saying that Markel Medeiros has been better competition. He's only fought how many fights has he had? He's had Brandon Cordones, who's there. Austin Hubbard. Boo! We booed him. And then Mark Choinsky. So 3 wins. But I'm going to pick Medeiros just based on what I've seen. Now, I want Padilla to win. I'll root for him, but I need to see him do it.
That's
What's
fair.
going on? The cats are going crazy.
That's fair. I can
What's
respect
going on?
that.
The cats. I heard the cage.
That's nothing.
That's not Bean or Thumper.
No.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead.
I can respect the pick, but this dude, Chris Padilla, he's a dog, man. He is a dog.
That's what I've
And
heard. I haven't seen the dog though.
the win from Maderos, I have not been too impressed by. I
Okay,
mean,
that's
Landry
fair.
Quinones, bomb.
He
Absolute
is
bomb. Austin Hubbard, split decision. He got
bomb.
wrestled. He got out wrestled by Austin Hubbard in that fight. He did
He
win,
did.
but there's a moment he got out wrestled by Austin freaking Hubbard.
Yeah.
And then Mark Troinski,
Bomb.
bomb, a little bit of a bomb.
Yeah.
So, and then I've seen Chris Padilla wrestle us. He's a dog, and he's gonna come to fight, and he's gonna bring the pressure. And I don't think Medeiros likes pressure. He is, on a streak, 11-1. But
Yeah.
I just don't think he's gonna be able to handle the pressure from Chris Padilla.
Who's the favorite, dude? Who's the favorite?
Padilla. He's
What are the odds?
minus 195.
Minus one. That's not. I mean, yeah, that's not too bad of odds, to be honest with you, dude.
It's not bad.
All right, so we're split on that one.
You got Medeiros. I got
We'll
Chris
see.
Padilla.
We'll see. I said I want him to win. I want to see this dog that you say this guy Taco has. Okay, I gotta
You'll
see it.
Dog. You'll see. Just you wait.
That's not too bad of odds. I want to see it.
But let's move on to a very interesting fight. We've got Tatiana Suarez versus Lupita Godinez. You and me both know that good old Tati time. She ain't a good person.
As you mentioned the breakdown, we have our sources.
We got our sources.
I'm gonna name our sources, plural,
No,
not a misdirection, plural. That she is, and not only is she a dumb bitch, she's a very mean bitch. She's a very mean bitch, and we're just gonna say that there's a reason why. I was gonna say there's a very good reason as to one why a certain person has not done well in an MMA career, and number two that the MMA god said, "Okay, you want to treat this person like shit? Hey, Whaley, go beat the fucking shit out of her. Go get her." And that's what happened. So,
regardless of her.
As well as it gets dropped. Sorry. Okay, go ahead. It's a massive knockout. This guy's got big right hand, and this guy's whoa.
Hell yeah.
Right now it's Bayer Solana versus Espinoza. I'm the co-main of the entire card. All right, back to it.
But regardless of her being a mean bitch, I still think she wins this fight. Lupita Godinez, she's been out wrestled by both Mackenzie Dern and Berna Jandarova.
Mm-hmm.
And what was it? I saw a stat that in fights where Lupita gets taken down at least one time, she's 2-4, and then fights she gets taken down 2 times, she's 0-2.
Not a good stat.
Suarez, very good wrestler. We have to give her that. She will take her down, and
probably
there. Whether she submits her, I don't think she does because She wasn't able to do anything to Lemos, but Lemos is very capable and I mean at least defensively sound on the ground. So, but I think Suarez out wrestles her to a decision in this fight. Yep. On the feet, Lupita probably stands a chance. Makes it a bit closer, makes it more even. But her last 2 wins.
Barcelona's in trouble. Sorry.
Her last 2 wins are Julia Palastri and Jessica Andrade. So, yeah, I think that Tatiana Suarez out wrestles her to a decision. So, yeah.
Holy shit. Sorry. this Russian guy was winning, and he drops him 2 times, and then he walks into his chin up like someone we know, and he gets clipped.
Okay.
Oh man, it's crazy. So
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
so for this fight, dude, we talk about stats, but stats don't mean shit sometimes, and we are not known for being rational people about this. You are the perfect example of that, brother. So for that reason, I am saying the MMA gods are gonna punish Tatiana Suarez for continuing to be a mean bitch to an unfortunate person, and Karma's gonna get her in the ass again. And I am picking Lupi Godinez to win this fight by second round knockout. And my reasoning is based off of hatred, based off of the fact that she was injured for years and got massive Dana White privilege, massive
That's true.
UFC
Very true.
privilege, because just by looking at experience of what had happened and time off, she never should have been near a UFC world title shot. Never should have been near one. But she got one because they wanted to rush her, and it could have been a marketable champion, which is dumb because they were already great with Weili. But no, let's rush somebody to get a marquee fight. Everybody picked her.
Not
But
us.
I'll be honest. It felt like me and you were the only ones not picking her at the time. Like, shout out to our guy Matt, who has no relation to this story at all. No relation whatsoever.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it, man. Don't look at me. Don't look
No,
at me, dog.
bro, no. I'm just saying he was there when we were watching the fight. What's there to say? And he was like,
You
"It's
got
toddy
it.
time. It's toddy time."
And me and you were like,
we're like, "Okay." And then afterwards, he was like, "Okay, Willie's good." We're like,
we told you. We told you.
"I'll give Matt credit." And shout out to him, bro. It was his birthday last week.
Oh shit!
Yeah, shout out to Matt.
Happy birthday!
Birthday.
Happy belated birthday!
Yeah, everyone was. Bro, he was at the slots, and he's like, "Look at me, I'm doing this, like, doing his slots on his birthday, blowing thousands." Yeah, that's a stud. Good for him, man. We'll get there one day, and we'll be playing blackjack of him in Vegas at UFC 400. But
we're splitting this fight. You got Luke.
Now here's the thing: you make a good point. Suarez will probably take her down and probably win.
Hey, I hope Lupita wins. I hope.
Yeah,
I just don't think she did.
And the reason why I'm picking Lupi Godinez is she's been overall pretty active recently, and Tatiana Suarez is someone that I believe is someone who the UFC probably gives her 5 or 6 fights, and she turns the first 5 down, and she wants to eat the opponent. She was probably offered harder fights and turned them down, and it seems that she chose Lupi because of those weaknesses. Look at Tatiana's most of her wins. Outside of Weili and outside of Lemnos, has she fought anybody that was really a stylistic threat to her? No, she has not, because she knows she's going to win these fights. Obviously, she had to fight Weili to get the chance because it was for the world championship, and she fought Lemnos, in my opinion, because Lemnos was old and her punching power is sort of gone at this point in her career. So that's why she fought Lemnos, in my opinion. And let's be honest, she won, but it was close. She won that fight, but dude, she wasn't winning every second of the fight.
No.
Also, she's 35, and women get to 35, unless you're someone like Misha, or Holly, who have been able to extend their careers into their 40s. A lot of women start falling apart at 35. Joanna is the best example. Once Joanna got to 35, or like 33. Because she was dominating her 20s, Joanna not fell apart, but her career collapsed because she had been in so many wars. Now, Suarez has not been in so many fights, but she's been in a ton of injuries, loads of bad injuries, and also she's a bad person, so fuck her. Whereas Lupi Godinez, super nice person, and people are going to say, "Oh man, why are you bringing in nice? I'm nice and mean in this stuff." I'm not saying it as that's why I'm choosing her. I'm saying it matters as a fan perspective because, I'm sure Suarez will have some fans, but it's in Miami, and yes, there's obviously more Puerto Ricans and Cubans in there, but there's still Mexicans, and those people will root as much as Mexico and Puerto Rico have rivalries, they will still root. And maybe Suarez is part Puerto Rican. Maybe that's why he's on this card. I don't know her heritage. Maybe that's why. But I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna go Lupe Godinez.
All right. We're split. I
Because
hope
at the end of the day, Tatiana Suarez is a dumb
mean
bitch.
bitch
Oh yeah, right.
and a mean bitch
She is
and
a no. I'll do that one because she is a mean
mean
bitch.
bitch.
She is.
All
All
right.
right, let's move on.
Moving on, we've got Matheus Gamma versus our 13th ranked prospect Esteban Ribovic. And this is a very clash of styles type of matchup. We've got, the dominant wrestler versus a striking heavily uh, contender on the rise.
Yeah.
Um, I'm picking. He's sitting as the underdog right now, probably because in his early loss, not to Masvidal Hasbrat, but earlier in his career to Loic Ratabov, he did get out wrestled.
That's
But
but that's stupid because Razumov's a fucking can. So I don't. It's
oh yeah,
stupidity
but
why Gamrot is the favorite here.
he's
He now
shown improvements in the last couple of fights in the defensive wrestling and the takedown
he's
defense,
shown great improvements. Yeah.
and
Hey, go ahead.
his
Sorry.
scrambling. Well, since he's so young,
I'm not right back. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, since he's so young, his willingness and momentum to get back up to the feet against a dude who over wrestles like Gamrot, because Gamrot will, you know, shoot takedowns and he will take him down in this fight, but he will over wrestle trying to transition, move into different positions,
Yeah.
and in those transitions, that will be Esteban's moment to get back up to the feet, and I believe he will get back up to the feet. And Guillermo also has been notably very chinny in his last couple of fights, getting dropped multiple times, notably by RDA, Dan Hooker, Charles Oliveira. Um, don't remember if he got dropped by Ludwig Klein, might have, but oh, what's up, Kyle? What's up, dude? Welcome to the stream, my dude. Um, Breaking down this fight, but I'm choosing Esteban Ribovic to win this fight, and whether he can finish Gamrot is a whole other story. But I do think he can hurt Gamrot at least, um, put him down. I think this looks similar to the Dan Hooker fight, where Gamrot will have some success getting Ribovic down, but Ribovic will work his way back up to the feet and do enough damage on the feet that he wins the fight. So my pick is going to be Esteban Ribovic by 30-27 decision.
Yeah. Esteban Rigovic is winning this fight by second round knockout. It's not going to be close. He's going to tear apart Matus Gamrot, and he's going to announce himself into the echelons. He's ready. Like 3 years ago, or actually was 3 years ago, right? With the Sphere card.
Hey,
It was like three
Kyle's
years
in
ago.
the chat, by the way.
Hey, Kyle. What's up, bro? Good to see you, man. Of
He's picking Esteban as well.
course he is, bro. Of course he is.
Yeah, of course he is. This is a wrestler.
Bro, Esteban came out when he fought Huber. He came out to can't be touched by Roy Jones,
When he fought
and
that
Roy went in the
can,
back and it told him what.
when he fought that can,
Dude, I gotta be honest, bro. I watched Curtis Blades watching Bobby Green versus Huber, and he's like, "Man, fuck King Green, do King Green shit." I'm like, "Nah, Russell Huber just, bro." Someone in the Twitch chat of that for Curtis goes, "Yo, Curtis, I know you like Bobby, but this Huber guy was a Mexican hype job." And he's like,
it's true.
as the Mexican guy was like, if Pendejo was like, yo, so Hoover will come back, and he's like, bro, shut the fuck up and go back to the cartel. Like, oh, yeah. And so for me, Esteban Rikovic's like the and I love his nickname, El Gringo. That's such a good name. El Gringo. Gringo. And Roy Jones, and bro, I hate his topology picture because he looks sucked the fuck out. He looks so sucked out. Have you seen it?
Yeah, it is awful. It is
You see it
very
right now? He
awful.
looks like he's dead. He's smiling. He's like, I'm a corpse. I'm going to die. It's a poor guy. And honestly, I feel like that was with a spear. Maybe not. He's been training at Killcliff, which has been good because
Very
bro,
good.
when he fought when he lost to Razumov, he wasn't training in the U.S. He was still training at this sort of hole in the wall gym that Santiago trained out of when he turned pro in the UFC. Which it's probably I forgot that it's an Argentinian name. Yes, it's probably the best gym in the country, but it's not one of the best in the world. So he's gotten he's gotten so much better. And we talked about this. The reason he lost the Hawk Cross was because all he did was go 1-2, 1-1-2. He didn't throw anything else. He didn't throw any body shots, no uppercuts, no hooks. He just went 1-2 down the pipe because I think they expected Hawk Cross to wrestle.
Probably.
Yeah. Now they probably expected him to be so wrestling heavy that they were not expecting Hawk Cross to strike, and because of that, they probably told him in the corner, "Hey, he's going to shoot. He's going to shoot." He never shoot, which I'm not blaming those coaches if it was Henry Hooft or not, but and not the Sean Killcliff, but they're a great gym for developing skill, and they're a great gym for. The only problem I have with their gym is that they cannot adapt. They stick to a game plan and they never diverge from it. And in my opinion, I think that's why Gilbert got robbed against Hamza. He won. He should have changed the game plan early in the fight. And many of their guys have lost fights because their game plan doesn't change. And now the only other thing I'll say about Esteban that not worries me is he's got good wins. That Kirk guy was a can, but Terrence McKinney, yes, he's not in round one, but Terrence McKinney is in round one. Terrence McKinney is one of the best in the world. He either wins or he loses in the first round.
I want to see Terrence McKinney versus Michael Chandler.
What?
McKinney versus Chandler.
Is that what's going to happen after Ruffy knocks out Chandler?
I hope so.
Yeah, let's see. I wouldn't be. Listen, I wouldn't be. Oh wait, are you saying that because you want Chandler to win?
No, because that'd be one of the most electric first rounds ever.
Well, it would be. I think that in that division, yeah, probably. Yeah, that's a good point. Probably that would be the most electric.
It's the closest we're gonna get to him versus fucking Connor.
Oh yeah,
we ain't never getting that fucking fight. So,
I mean, McKinney is like McKinney is Black Connor in 2015, just coming out starching guys.
Oh,
so.
you see they fucking announced the next season of Tough again.
Yeah, we just talked about that with DC and the Bisping.
Yeah,
we just talked about that. Yeah. No, it's so weird because DC was. If I'm wrong, wasn't he on the last season with Chael?
Yeah.
So, is it because most of DC's guys won? Is that why he's coaching it? Because it's like if you win the season, and also we have not had a.
No one's interested in it anymore.
Well, here's the problem: no one's interested in it because the coaches fight doesn't mean anything.
Not anymore.
Because we had Connor and Chandler, and Volk and Brian fought, which, in my opinion, that revitalized the show. It revitalized it. And then Connor, and then they had Amanda versus Juliana. She beat the shit out of Juliana in the rematch. It was great. She fucking butchered her. And Juliana was like, I mean, dude, that might have been the only women's fight where I'm watching it and I'm like, more. I'm like, kill her. I'm like, fucking kill her. Just kill her. Yeah, and this is round 5 when she's going bump, and going down again. She got like what? Bump, down goes Juliana. Bump, down goes Pena. Yeah. Bump. Yeah, her face was a mess. But it's just that the show since Connor went around, he's like, come on, Doogies, What 3 rounds here? And he just starts talking. He pushes. He's laughing. He gives fucking New England kid Rico DeSculio. He lets him drive around his Lambo. Remember that? He let him drive his Lambo after he was the only guy on Connor's
He
team
only
that won a fight,
they had to fucking
wanted to
transfer
win.
fucking Brad Katona to Conor McGregor's team just to make
What?
it look good in the finals.
Yeah, and the only reason why they did that is because his one guy Rico DeSculio won his fight against against Chandler's worst fighter, and then lost immediately in the next fight. It was so embarrassing, and everyone was saying, "Remember the time?" Everyone was like, "Bro, Connor's not coaching. His team sucks."
This is
Because
awful.
Connor would listen to me. In my opinion, I think he was coaching. It was just that he picked the worst guys. He picked, bro. None of the guys in his team are any of them in the UFC.
No.
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 Several of the guys on Chandler's team were still in the UFC. Not many, but several. It's just, it's embarrassing. So the show is taking a nosedive. This last season, I did watch some of it. I know you didn't. There were a couple. The only two guys on this last season who are good are Joseph Morales and Manuel Rodriguez. Both guys who are really good, as you can attest to. Those guys are good.
Yeah.
Everybody else, no. Now, the quick thing with Ultimate Fighter, the Ultimate Fighter could have had the biggest success a couple weeks ago if Brian Battle had decided to show up against Johnny Evelyn. He did not. He got destroyed. And the Butcher has gone back to the Pooh Bear.
You know what I'm saying?
Black hole, son.
Anyway, we're both picking Mirovic to Chinny McChin Chin.
Guillermo has it. Guillermo is tough, but he has been dropped.
He got dropped by RDA, man. He's chinny.
Yeah, well, RDA is he can punch. He's RDA, but yeah, I agree. Yeah. Not RDA. Yes, you're right. It has not much power, so I understand.
Right.
But
we both got Mirovic to win this fight.
I'll say one thing. Remix might he could get out wrestled for 3 rounds. I expect that's possible. But outside of that, I don't see a way. Now listen to me. Guillermo's not bad in the feet, but we've seen Esteban. Bro, when he's on his game and he's using variety, he is, in our opinion, he is a top 5 UFC level striker. He is. When he's all his ability and all his mind, he's fucking amazing on the feet. Great on the feet. So that's why we're picking him.
Right. Both got Mirovic. Let's move on. We've got Kevin Holland versus Randy Brown. I'll let you break this down. This fight down first.
Sorry, I missed the knockout in this box, but it was good. It's good. It's good finish. So, sorry, bro. I got this sidetracked. We're at wait. Which one are we at now?
Kevin Holland, Randy Brown.
Okay, so and this is coming from both of us, right? I'm about to say we like Randy Brown. We like him a lot. Yeah. Obviously, when he fought Jack, he wanted him to die, but that's Jack's.
That's in the past.
But please tell me you're not wearing a Jack shirt.
No, it's just a random shirt.
Oh, Dom, do you like the Spider-Man shirt? I must say, you wearing it last week.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it. We both like Kevin Holland to a degree. And in terms of their consistency, they're honestly kind of in terms of their careers, yes. Honestly, the only difference in their careers is that their styles are a little different. Kevin's been a little more active, but they're pretty much the same fighters, pretty much in many senses of the word, and not because they're black. And I think for Randy Brown, he's been this guy on the fringe of the rankings for a while, whereas Kevin has gotten in there. In my opinion, is really only because, dude, he is, well, in my opinion, because he's been so active in the UFC, I've loved him.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna make my pick. I'm gonna pick Randy Brown to win this fight because I feel like that Kevin's love for fighting is faded. Here's why I say that. He was so okay losing to D Rod, and I want you to talk about the whole D Rod thing in a minute. I want you to bring that up in a minute because I think the fans deserve to hear this whole crazy thing. But I will go into it. You know that, not me. Um, for me, dude, watching Kevin fight D Rod, who was a good fighter, it almost seemed like bro, and we're talking about this watch the fight. We're like, bro, it seems like Kevin's just kind of letting him win. It looked bad, and he looked so unmotivated. He smiled, hugged him out. Oh, hey man, good job. Yeah, that is mostly Kevin, but sometimes he's like, all right, good job, man. He's always kind of smiling, but he was content to lose that night. And as much as he talks about he never wants to be champion, we've never seen him like that.
Yeah.
So for that reason, I'm going to pick Randy Brown. Uh, Probably because I have heard more interviews from Kevin recently, and he's still talking the same bullshit about how he's fine being this kind of journeyman type guy. And actually, as a fighter myself, that pisses me off because, like, you don't believe this obviously because you know better from being around guys like me and Giuliano and all right, and fighters and. Hey, shout! I want to let everybody know Isaiah's training at Recon now. He's getting ready for the war. And listen to me, before you fight Jay, you're gonna have to go to prison and fight Carl. Okay, prison rules, no gloves to the death. And if you win that, you get the fight at CS. There you
I
go.
bet.
Capiche. Capiche. Uh, no, but it's just as a fighter, because we know it's a front. Of course, he would love to win a world title, but he's trying to act as such a realist that he's coming off almost unauthentic. At least to me, maybe. At least to me, I still like and respect Kevin, but my respect of him has declined in the last couple of years because he's had. I mean, dude, he should have ran Gunnar Nelson off the map. We all know this. He should have ran Gunnar Nelson off the map. He
Yeah.
barely beat him,
Yeah.
a guy who hadn't fought in fucking centuries, and he barely beat him, and was only there because he had the Connor connection in the first place. So it was just like, oh, what are we doing here? Um, so for me, I'm picking Randy Brown, and I'm sticking with it, bro. Go ahead and tell the fans about this whole this whole D Rod story. It's fucking crazy.
Well, so apparently, like after the last fight between D Rod and Kevin Holland, D Rod basically vanished off the face of the earth. No one knew where the fuck he was. Social media, no, non-existent. Um, and there was rumors that he was down in Mexico, possibly, maybe, possibly in a Mexican prison. And turns out that was the case. He D Rod was, I don't know for what reason, but he was in a Mexican prison for a couple months, and Kevin Holland bailed him out. It looked like D Rod confirmed it himself because Kevin Holland wanted the rematch with D Rod, but and D Rod posted a photo on his Instagram um, of him at the border in a cab, and basically confirming that he got released. And I saw some footage of him
Now,
in.
no, to interrupt you, bro. This is all hearsay. We have no evidence of this. This is what Rockamoto Jr. has uncovered. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Brett.
yeah. I don't know if it's
Sorry,
a
Brett
real
Jr. Go ahead.
video or if it's staged, but there was a video of D Rod boxing in a prison hallway, and there were cells behind him, and he was doing boxing training in the prison. Um,
But he
so
has the tattoos, bro. He has all the prison tattoos
yeah,
that you need.
but
So
regardless of that, I'm picking Randy Brown as well.
yeah.
Kevin Allen is kind of unreliable in his last couple of fights. Showing up disinterested. He did fight D Rod like an asshole. Kind of underestimated D Rod as a whole and paid for it. And then lost to Mike Malott 5 months ago. Randy Brown is coming off that very bad or not very bad, but bad. KO lost to Gabriel Bonfim. Um, they're both long for this division, both at 6'3". Kevin Holland having a bit of a reach advantage. I'm going. It's kind of an even fight. It's kind of hard, but I will side with Randy Brown because he does seem more motivated. But no, this happens all the time with Kevin Holland. I get to the point where like I'm not picking him anymore. I can't trust him anymore. Then he goes out there and
Yeah,
goes
wins.
for it and
Yeah,
wins.
I know exactly. So
I can't fucking stand it. Enough.
yeah, yeah. And I think he could come out, and there's a good chance on Saturday he comes out and he dominates Randy Brown, and then he says some crazy interview and goes, "Yeah, I'll fight somebody top 15, but then I'll just keep fighting because I'm Kevin Holland." And then everyone's like,
Yada
"Oh,
yada yada. Kevin
we
Holland,
love
yeah,
him."
yada yada, and then he goes back out
And
there
then
and
his next
fucking
fight, he'll fight
loses.
bro. Let's say he wins this fight, he's gonna fight like some guy who's 2-0 in the UFC, some welterweight, and he'll fucking. And guess what? And he'll get slapped. He'll get knocked out by or beat. And we're like, fucking Christ.
Yeah, so we're both
Oh,
picking Randy Brown. Kevin Holland can't be trusted at this point in his career. This was I don't
yeah.
know 2 3 years ago maybe.
The only thing that Kevin can sort of proven to do is that Kevin can show up for a fight.
Yeah,
He can show up. He'll be active, and that's what he'll do. That's pretty much it, though.
yep, we're both picking Randy. Let's move
Yep.
on to the featured prelim. I'll let you break this down
Yeah,
first.
let me read this one. This is Aaron Pico
All
versus
right, break this
Patricio
down. I'm gonna go grab
Pitbull.
some water.
Go ahead. So, speaking about this fight, both guys are, Isaiah mentioned in his breakdown. They probably could have fought for the Bellator I think what the featherweight Bellator title together. That he the Pitbull had, and obviously that for no reason. Bellator was a mess. Now it's PFL. It makes a lot of sense about the fact that in terms of sense for this fight, it does make sense for the matchup. The matchup makes sense. The matchup makes sense. But why the fuck is this fight on the fucking prelims? It just shows you that this company has no interest in true athletic, true competition. At this fight, I think it's going to be very competitive. I think it's going to be a very competitive fight. I'm going to pick Patricio. Isaiah picked Pico. That's why he ran away. That's why he's not here right now, because he doesn't want to argue with me. And he's probably listening right now and going, "Oh, I can't wait to get back," but he's not here right now. He walked away because he knows Pitbull's going to win this fight, and he's trimming himself. Aaron Pico has had one good win in his career. Okay? And I'm talking about his entire career. Aaron Pico has had one good win. Now skill wise, he's a super skilled fighter. He really is. He's mega skilled fighter. He's got great boxing. He's got great grappling. He's got great jiu-jitsu. He's got great everything you would need, dude. But just because you are born with this skill doesn't mean or you get the skill. It doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that translates to the cage or translates to the ring of boxing. And he has, don't worry, bro, we're in the middle of this. One good win on his record. And that win, excuse me? Sorry, what?
I'm just laughing. I know.
Yeah, keep on laughing, man. Keep on laughing, cocksucker. He's got one good win, and that's against Henry Corrales, who is a meh fighter at his best, who I believe Corrales would be a guy that would be at best in the UFC fringe top 15, probably just a good UFC fighter in general. That's Pico's best to win. Okay? Now he's in his prime. He might be getting better. He unfortunately let's be honest. They shouldn't have given him Murphy in his first fight. That was stupid. That was a dumb decision. They give him Murphy in his first fight.
It's
That
either
was
that or
stupid.
fucking Mozart.
I would have taken Mosvar because Mosvar would have knocked him out. Because Pico, bro, bro, think about it. Let's say Pico goes five rounds in a main event or a co-main with Mosvar. Do you think he leaves with a lot more respect than he did after the knockout to Murphy?
Maybe not.
Come on, a lot more respect. He just won 5 rounds with a guy who's going to fight for the title. What's going on? Who are you throwing at?
Bean. Throwing my socks.
What's he doing? What's Bean doing?
Just getting him to calm down. Just scratching the couch.
Bean, calm down. That's an order. No, dude. I gotta be honest. Just the disrespect that you've shown to one of the greatest fighters.
I showed no disrespect for Mr. Pitbull himself.
No, don't you fucking let me fucking finish. I know you respect him for being a good fighter, but you called Dan Ige a guy who has never been, well, I'm about to say never was knocked out. He just got knocked out. But let's be honest. We can't say that. We have to say in the vacuum because at the time, now we have to be honest. I think it has a lot to do with that Melky Costa might just be unbelievably talented and might be a superstar, which I'm favoring towards. What?
He very well could be, yeah.
I mean, dude, he's the first guy to ever stop Ige and hurt him like that. Pitbull hurt Ige in that 3rd round. He hurt Dan. And also, Dan's older. He's been in a lot of wars. That hasn't helped, obviously. But Jiu-Jitsu Pitbull was so dominant at Bellator. Like, dude, out of his 8 losses, like 4 are robberies. He's got 3 or 4 robberies on there, so he should be like 40.
I mentioned he was the Bellator GOAT. Are you kidding me? I said he's the Bellator GOAT.
Yeah, you did. I know. I was just... I'm just mad even picking Pico because what has this? Okay, I take this back. Isiah has shown respect to Pitbull as someone I've been everyone who has listened to our podcast from the beginning. I have been saying Pitbull since we knew each other. Right? I've been saying that Pitbull, and when he lost to Yair, I was devastated. I was probably more devastated.
Not only did he lose, he got dropped by Yair. It's even worse.
Don't remind me, cocksucker. I was trying to avoid it. Shut up! Shut the fuck up. No, I'm kidding. So for me, I'm obviously going Pitbull. Because the main reason why is what the hell has Pico done? Listen to me, all the talk, all the fundamentals, he's one of the greatest to ever live, apparently. He's one of the most, people have said this, he's one of the most purely talented fighters to ever live. Right? You've heard that.
People have said that.
People have said that. Guys like DC have said that on air. But as I mentioned prior before you got back, there's a big difference between doing it and having the ability. Okay? And what has Pico done? And, he was beating Murphy in the first round. All status. What the fuck does that mean? Edson Barbosa was beating him in the first round. Oh, my God. Edson's going to kill him. Oh, my... Bro, Murphy was losing in his first UFC fight in the first round. Oh, his career's done now? He's a bomb? Is that what... No, I understand you're not saying that. But give me a good reason why Aaron Pico. Now, if you're going to say the size difference, okay, that's fair. How about the size difference? That's fair. I understand that. Any other reason why the Aaron Pico should have any sort of advantage to win this fight over Pitbull? Based on what we've seen.
Yeah, he's 9 years younger than him.
Okay, the age. Besides that, any other reason? Any other reason?
No,
there's no reason.
Size.
Enough.
He's a
What?
better he's a better striker than Pitbull.
No. What we've seen. Is he a better striker than what we've seen? Really?
Yeah, from what we've seen.
Pitbull's not that Michael Chandler. He's not the. Who the fuck is Pico?
Michael Chandler? Are you serious?
Listen, he dropped Dan Ige. Who the fuck has Pico beat? Henry Corrales, who's 21 late. He hasn't fought since then. Status. Oh my God, status. No, listen to me. All I'm saying is on what we've seen resume-wise and fight-wise, can you really say that Pico's a better striker based on who he's fought in? Really?
He's a Golden Gloves boxer, man. Yeah.
No, I'm told you. Listen to me. I box Golden. I didn't box Golden Gloves, but I box guys who were in the Golden Gloves.
In terms of their technique, Pico is the better striker.
From what we've seen against different competition, Patricio Pitbull.
Patricio Pitbull is fucking 37-8. He's 37-8. Pico's only 13-5. You can't compare.
Let me ask you this. Do you think Aaron Pico beats AJ McKee?
It's an interesting fight. I don't know.
You're fucking delusional. AJ McKee's smoked. You're fucking delusional. You're delusional. Okay, listen to me. And listen to me. I don't hate Aaron Pico. When this guy was 0-0, he got signed by Bellator because Bellator thought he was going to. Bellator's. I just want to shout out Maglesias is staying on Sliagan right now. Fight is just starting. I'll keep track of it. But I should be a good fight for the IBF Super Middleweight World Title. Besides that point, good fight. Because Pico was so highly touted before he even got to be a pro, he's been built up as this. Listen to me, I'm not doubting his skill, but there's one thing I don't think he has. It's this. I don't think he has that. I don't think he's ever had that. And there's one thing we know Pitbull has. It's this. Pitbull's got a fucking. He's smart. He's got the experience, and he's got heart.
He's got the heart. He's got the experience. He's got the
What does Pitbull? Oh, boxer. I could outbox fucking Pitbull in a boxing match, but it's not a boxing match.
Well,
Pitbull is going.
You forget Pico almost was an Olympic wrestler.
Okay, but we've seen Pitbull fight these Olympic wrestlers, and he's done well against guys like that.
Yeah, years ago. Pitbull is not the young man he once was.
I understand.
Listen, Pico
that's
is
a good
the
point. No,
better
that's a good
fighter.
point. I will agree with you that Pitbull is faded. I will argue that.
He got dropped by Yair. I know.
Stop reminding me, you fuck. I thought you hated him too. Stop giving Yair credit. You're betraying yourself right now, cocksucker. Take it back.
I take it back. Too much.
Fuck Yair. Hate that fucker.
Pico is better. Well, in terms of being well-rounded.
No. At this point in their careers, he probably has more overt ability. But we have seen experience overcome ability time after time after time after time after time, because the younger guy either isn't mentally strong, isn't physically strong, isn't mentally ready, or has a bad game plan. All of these things could happen. Holy shit, Sliagan's getting beaten round one. This is crazy. I'm picking Pitbull, and I think he finishes Pico in round 3. Submits him. I think he submits Pico in round 3.
I don't think he dude. He had to rely on beating Dan Ige using his grappling, and he couldn't take Dan Ige out.
Patricio Pitbull had a jumping guillotine submission. I forgot who was against.
When?
2021. It wasn't that long ago.
5 years ago. 5 fucking years.
And Pico was like 9-5 years ago. Yeah, he was such a good fighter then. Let me list the names about who Pitbull has fought.
Had 9 years more. 9
Justin
years
Wilcox,
more
stud.
fighting.
Daniel Strauss, stud. Oh, fuck off, you dumb ad. He submitted Henry Corrales years before Pico beat him. Benson Henderson, legend. Michael Chandler, legend. Juan Archuleta, a legend, and the conqueror of Kendra Lust. Sorry, I didn't single like that one. Pedro Carvalho, and It was Emmanuel Sanchez. He had already beaten him in a previous fight. He was fighting actively during COVID, by the way, and this was prior to this was prior to the first Agent McKee fight, which was crazy because he got submitted in the first round, which was fucking wild. Patricio Pitbull jumped a flying guillotine choke, jumped in the middle of the air and got it. Do not tell me that Eric Pico is gonna defend. Now, yes, maybe he won't get to the ground, but Pitbull has shown he doesn't need to get to the ground to get a submission. And I'm gonna say something fucking delusional.
He's not getting a fucking jumping guillotine at 38 years old.
He is the best non-takedown submission artist since Mighty Mouse. Put me wrong, nah, I know. I said delusional, all right. Listen,
I will give if Pitbull lands a good solid, overhand
he's
on
Pico.
Dude, he's old as fuck. All right, he had trouble taking down Dan Ige, and he barely beat. That was a decision.
Okay. Let's say right now, if Eric Pico fights Dan Ige, who wins?
It's gonna be a close fight. It'll be a close fight.
Right. Now, prior to his loss to Costa, prior to that, you'd pick Ige, and you know it. You know it. You pick Ige. Don't lie to me.
Well, because Pico would be coming off a bad KO loss, but this is 38-year-old fucking Pitbull.
No. I'm talking about if Pico fought Dan Ige prior to his loss to Monkey Costa, who would you pick?
Yeah, I'd pick Dan Ige.
Thank you. End the fucking story. Enough. All right,
you know what? Pico on this. So.
Moving on, and one of us is gonna yell at each other on the fighting.
One of us is gonna stand up and look at each other like I told you. I fucking told you.
And the other guy's gonna be like, "Black hole."
Well, whatever. Okay. Yeah. Good. Whatever.
All right.
Let's fucking move on to the main card opener of Cub Swanson versus Nate Landwehr.
So I just want to say one thing. As much as I love Curtis Blades and I love Dominic Reyes, this is the only fight on the main card that's kind of worthy besides the main event. Not that the other ones aren't. They are worthy.
I'll be right back.
You're good, bro. Maglesias is now fighting Sliaga in round 2. Lands a good jab and stuff. I'll wait until Isaiah gets back talking about this fight. So I just got some weird fucking shorts here. Weird. It's Pavel. He's just going one. He's not very skilled. Oh man, he fucking throws heat. But yeah, really going to be interesting to see in this fight. This is Cub Swanson's last fight. Cub Swanson versus Nate Landwehr, the main card opener. Oh, good job by Iglesias there. This is going to be a very interesting fight. Cub Swanson sort of had his retirement fight in his last win. I think it was a knockout. And I don't like guys doing this. I don't like guys coming back who have said, "Oh, I'm retiring," I think, and then come back for one more. It almost always never ends well when it's against a competitive opponent. But Nate Landwehr has proven in recent times to not be a pushover, but I don't know. I don't think he's as good as when he was like, "Nate the Train, baby. Mama ain't raised no bitch." I love that quote. I love Nate the Train, but he isn't the same guy that he was then. He's old too. He's been for a lot of fights, a lot of wars outside the UFC. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see about what happens in this fight because I believe that it's entirely possible that Nate Landwehr could win this fight. I'm going to pick Cub Swanson. I think he's enough left in the tank. He's very experienced enough to do it. I personally don't really want to give Nate much of a chance. I think he could win, but I'm going to pick Cub Swanson. I'm sure Isaiah will too. It's just like this fight at any time in their careers would be close. I don't think this is a fight that Cub wins in his prime or in Nate's prime wins easily. Nate's always pretty tough to get rid of, but Cub is just far more experienced and far more overtly skilled, in my opinion. And so, for that reason, I'm going with Cub Swanson.
Yeah, I'm picking up Swanson as well. Nate Landwehr is fucking very hittable in his
Um,
last couple of
I'm
fights.
very tough too. He
Yeah, he's
is very,
very
very.
tough, but his wins he has to rely on taking a tremendous amount of damage and
Yeah, a lot of punishment.
basically
Yeah, a lot of punishment. Yeah.
yeah, breaking his opponents under the pressure when they realize, oh, hey, this guy's just taking damage shot after shot. Well, he's coming off of two, finished losses to Du Hoi Cho and Morgan Charrier. Um, and
Yeah, and he
Cub
tried that
Swanson's a
against Morgan Sharia and he failed.
yeah, I mean Cub Swanson's a very technical type of striker, and yeah, he hasn't fought in a year and 3 months, but Nate Land was just kind of very sloppy, kind of come forward, brawler, make the fight dirty. Um, and I think that's just gonna favor into Cubs game. And you said it when you started breaking down. This is Cubs retirement fight. It's not in his hometown, but he's going out on his own terms, and I think he's gonna be very motivated to get a win. And it's a very similar
Yeah.
style to his last fight in Billy Quarantillo. Very just move forward type of brawler type of striker.
So, I'll be right back.
That you pop. But no, I'm picking Cub Swanson to win this fight. This does have fight of the night written all over it. I do see this as a fight of the night contender with how both these guys fight. And Nate Landwehr is somewhat durable, so I can see this going late into the third, maybe into to a decision because Cub's not too much of a finisher. Um, I mean, he did finish Billy Quarantillo, but Quarantillo's chin isn't as what it was. Whatever, you know what I mean. Both of us are picking Cubs Swanson in this fight. Let's move on. Wait for that motherfucker to get back. We've got Dom Reyes versus Johnny Walker. The fight, I hope we get a double knockout. I need a Looney Tunes type cartoon ass knockout where both men just move forward, throw a hook, and knock each other out, and they both fall. That's all I want. And this is the perfect fight to do it because both men are chin chin chin. They're very chinny. Um, and I picked Dom Reyes earlier in the week in my earlier breakdown, thinking that him going southpaw would present some problems for Johnny Walker, but looking at it, Johnny Walker did look pretty decent in his last fight versus Myung Jong. And last time out, Dom Reyes, when he came against someone who had an equal caliber of striking, he was very gun shy and very hesitant, not really wanting to engage in the striking. And against a bigger guy like Johnny Walker, I'm afraid he could look somewhat similar, a bit gun shy, a bit hesitant, but he did, revitalize his career last or 2 years ago with, starting his three-fight win streak, beating Justin Jacoby, Anthony Smith, and Nikita Krylov. It's a very even fight. Both men are chinny. Um, I'm kind of leaning this. I kind of swear I'm kind of leaning the side of Johnny Walker, but I'm not gonna switch my picks. I will stay with Dom Reyes, but dude, Johnny Walker is live to come in and put Dom Reyes out because Dom Reyes' chin isn't what it used to be anymore. Neither does Johnny Walker's, but these are big men, and there's consequence in either of their shots. So we're gonna have to wait and see what we do. We're just kind of bullshit now because this motherfucker's still right here. It's just me. I've already done breaking down the fight. Um, fucking Darren Till. I don't know if anyone saw that. He just signed with BKFC. So I don't know if we already talked about that, but that'll be interesting. Um, first look preview will be shown. Oh wow, so fucking cool. Apparently, the first look preview of the UFC White House card is going to be featured on the UFC 327 broadcast. So we're going to see what the UFC White House card is going to look like on Saturday. That'll be interesting. Yeah. What's up, Jerk Boy KC? Yeah, there until training for BKFC. That'll be very interesting for him to go over at BKFC. He was looking pretty good in his last couple boxing fights. Now, motherfucker, where the fuck did this motherfucker go? We're just waiting for my co-host to come back and break down this fight. I already broke it down. Side with Johnny Walker. He probably talking to his freaking father. Um, but no. Oh, is he back? Oh
I'm back.
shit.
Sorry.
Was that your father or something?
No, it wasn't my dad. No.
Oh.
Dude, if it was my dad, you would have heard me. Yeah, you would have heard me. What fight are we on?
We're on Dom Reyes versus Johnny Walker. I broke it down already. We got somebody else in the chat, Jork Boy KC.
Who's he picking?
I don't know. He came in after I broke it down because I was just shooting the shit, waiting
well,
for your turn.
Dom, welcome to the chat. You're my friend. Welcome.
Also, the Spic's in the chat, I think.
What?
The Spic's in the chat, too.
What'd he say? What'd he say?
He always said is nothing but heart.
Nothing but heart. I saw. He said, "Oh, this guy says, I saw Darren Till, training for BKFC. He's picking Reyes. Yeah, I'm picking
Reyes too. So
listen to me. I'll never pick a man who does the one. No, I'm kidding. It's not because of the worm that Walker did years ago. He's a guy, dude. I was gonna say this earlier to you. He's a guy that was so hyped when he was coming up that he's fallen into this this category of, oh, he always has this in him. Hey man, Johnny Walker has this ability. Okay, we know, but he's never gone past top 5. He's never gotten to that title level.
I've got a good analogy for you. I got a good analogy for you.
Go ahead.
Dom Reyes became who the UFC wanted Johnny Walker to be. If that makes sense.
Okay, yeah. To some degree, are you talking about Dom Reyes recently or his whole career?
His whole career, reaching what he was able to.
Yeah, I agree.
No.
Well, the only caveat I would say is that if he had gotten the decision against John, that's what they wanted him to be. Yeah. Not to get on, but essentially, it's similar because I feel like if Johnny had done that, Johnny would have got knocked out by somebody. He would have lost 4 in a row, and then it would have made a comeback story. The difference is we wouldn't be supporting Johnny in his comeback story because he would say weird cringe shit like he always does, and we'd be like, I know that meme where it's like, brother, I know that one was like, brother, that'd be us to a Johnny Walker sort of thing. But yeah, I'm on big Dom Reyes. I mean, we were both so hopeful he was going to be Carlos, and bro, we were saying like, bro, if he does this, this is the greatest story ever. He's going to get the Yuri rematch. He's going to avenge himself. Oh, yeah, and then it just fucking no. Got slapped.
Yeah, we're both picking
So
Reyes. Guy in the
yeah,
chat's picking Reyes as well. He said Reyes is good at boxing and Johnny's bad at taking punches. I couldn't agree more. Um,
Dom Johnny gets hit a lot. Johnny gets hit a lot. So does Dom, but Dom has better defense
Honestly,
a little
what
bit.
I started this off by saying, I hope we get some Looney Tune cartoon ass knockout where they both come in with a hook and knock each other out. That would be
Oh, you
fucking
mean
great.
like Trezano and the Korean guy? Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be
that
cool.
would be great. But I'm
That'd be
picking
cool,
Dom
man.
Reyes to win this fight. So
But Johnny Walker could win, which is crazy. He
he
could win
could.
this fight, but yeah,
We'll have to wait and see.
we will have to wait and see. That's a good point.
But let's move on to our featured fight of the fucking night.
Everyone Casey goes, Johnny had a good price. Could be interesting.
I like that. Johnny had a good price.
For I know. For a second, Jerk Boy, I thought you said Johnny had a good price. Could be investigated. I'm like, oh great, more betting scandals.
No, not
My
again.
bad.
Not again.
Uh, I do agree though that yeah, I'm a Johnny Walker sort of like if you have him on a parlay, that's not a terrible idea because Dom Reyes has had losses, so
Yeah.
it's not like he's invincible or anything.
Dom Reyes can be chin, so
I mean, we'll get to that for the main event because I have a lot to say on the supposed world-class sniper skills of one Carlos Solberg, which honestly makes me laugh because if he really had these sniper skills, why hasn't he knocked out everybody he's ever fought? Okay, come on.
All right, let's move on to this featured fight, man.
Yep.
All right, Curtis Razor Blades versus fucking Josh Hogan. Oh my
Dude,
fucking word!
If anybody, a Jerk Boy, if you are a Josh Hogan fan, bro, we're gonna have to lay it down. I hope you're not a Josh Hogan fan. I hope you're Team Curtis, or at least just don't care about this fight. That's fine. If you don't care about this fight, totally fine with me. Stop. Who is the best fighter? The Incredible Hulk Mama. It's just so bad because the beginning of it is like, I'm not. And it's like that's typical of the week. But then when he
stand him on the Contender Series, I can't stand him now. Curtis Blades.
Okay, I'll say this: Josh Hogan was at least he was funny on the Contender Series interview. He was funny before his first fight, and now he's just terrible.
I mean, dude, let's look at who he's beaten, dude. He debuts against Max Jimenez.
Bum.
And then he fights Denzel Freeman.
Bum.
And now he's getting a massive jump up into the number 5 of the division, Curtis Blades. Are you kidding me?
To be honest, and I've been seeing this all week, I feel like the fans are kind of understanding that, obviously, I love that the fans like us are supporting Curtis. Like, all the gifts are just Curtis, like, Curtis doing that. Like, it's great. And I feel like this is, like, especially if Curtis wins, for the cat, I mean, it's not going to be as great as when he beat Jalton because let's say, God forbid, knock on wood, this doesn't happen. I'll do it. Knock on wood, doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. That Josh Hogan somehow, I don't know, God forbid, wins this fight. It's not going to ruin. Unfortunately, it won't ruin the division. Jalton beating Curtis. What?
Division's already ruined.
Exactly.
Talking about
Jalton. Now the division became ruined anyway, but Jalton would have made the division even worse if he had beaten Curtis. He didn't. And also, you saw that Curtis has compared him to Jalton, which is great, which is foreboding. Come on, Curtis, knock him out. It's gonna be, dude. It's because also, and we'll get to the fight in a second. I just want to say this. It's crazy because it's not going to be as amazing, but it will have that same moment. Because I believe he knocked out Jalton in Miami.
Yeah,
I think he did.
$299.
What?
It was $299. It was the O'Malley Speedo
What if this whole time Curtis would if he's just in Miami, he's the greatest heavyweight who's ever lived? What if he is
new mythical fighter, Miami Curtis Blades?
Miami Curtis! I knew it. I knew you did some prophecy shit. You sick bastard. You're fucking sick. Nah, dude. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure going Curtis Blades. I don't want to say one thing about this whole
Jerk
thing.
Boy's saying that Hogan's trying too hard to be funny. And it's a funny where he's laughing at him, not. not
Yeah, no, and
not with it.
I might I might completely agree, Drew White. I completely agree. Everyone is laughing at him and like, God, this guy's stupid. That's the kind of laugh we're all doing at him because he's a fucking idiot.
Bro, I
And
saw at the presser that Dana said at the presser was like, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it.
and you know what's crazy? That is the most genuine Dana's been in 5 years.
Oh well, I don't
Because
like him.
because
I don't like
because
you, Dana, but I
here's
get
the thing.
finally.
Because here's the thing. If Dana White thought he could make money with him, he wouldn't say that. You know it. I know it. He would never say that about Josh Hogan, which means if he's saying that, this is a punishment. Okay, Josh, you want to fight Curtis? Go ahead. Fight Curtis Blades. Good luck with that. Go on.
I mean,
Go
let's
ahead.
look at
Go ahead.
let's
Go
look
ahead.
at Curtis
I
Blades'
tell you.
last couple of losses. Who did he lose
No,
to?
no, bro. Not just that, bro. Let's go over all his whole resume real quick. He has fought fucking everybody.
Bro, he's a veteran of the division. That's why I don't.
A veteran. He's a fucking. He's a godfather. I mean, dude, with all the guys retiring and falling out, Curtis is one of the better guys to ever fight in this division. Period. Period, dude. I mean, dude, he has to be within the top 5 of the greatest heavyweights to never fight for a real title. I know the interim. We don't count those. I know everyone else does. I don't count them.
Okay, look at this.
I maybe count Tom's because John was John, but
You look at Curtis's last, his last losses. Tom Aspinall, the current champion.
Yep.
Sergey Pavlovich, fucking power puncher. Derek Lewis, power puncher. Francis Ngannou, power puncher.
Bro, that fight wasn't even fair, dude.
And then Francis.
That fight wasn't even fair.
And then Francis Ngannou again. Those are his only losses in the UFC.
Wait, he fought Francis twice?
He fought Francis in 2016 and 2018.
Did he go the distance in 2016, or did he get knocked out both times?
It was a second round doctor stoppage, but.
Oh yeah, I remember Curtis won the first round. I think
Yeah, but he's only lost to Francis, Derek, Sergey, and Tom in the UFC. Think that in the 10 years he's been in this company.
Really? Oh, I thought he had a couple more losses. Well, that sort of proves it. That sort of proves it that
his debut fight was the first fight against Francis.
Oh yeah, yes, I remember that. Oh, bro, dude, that wasn't fair.
Put some respect on his fucking name.
Yeah,
you fucking casuals. Curtis Blades is a fucking dog.
Yeah, I just want to say this: if I've seen most of the comments all week have been pro Curtis because most of them are fans who have watched the sport for a while, like us and many others. I'm assuming the Jerk Boy's the same. He's probably seen a lot of the sport like we have. Obviously, Kyle, even though he's falling asleep, we won't talk about that.
Probably.
If you're asleep right now, Kyle, okay, it's fine. Okay. No worries. It's funny, dude, because he literally, let's go over some of his wins. Alexei Oleinik, who's had 18,000 fights, who he beat convincingly. He beat Mark Hunt, who was faded, but a legend. He finished Alistair, who was old, but still was decent. Justin Willis, who was a can, but Justin Willis talked a lot of shit, not as much shit as Hokus talking. Shamil Abdulkamov, who was, do you remember him? Well, this guy could be good one day, bum.
Could be good.
JDS, former champion, Volkov,
yeah.
Ultra champion, great fighter. But Curtis has talked about that. One of the things that he's sort of regretted is you probably don't know if you see on Topology prior to his fight with Volkov, he was supposed to do some do some grappling match against the late great Anthony Johnson, and it got canceled. This was prior to COVID, and he said that he always wanted to grapple him, but he was unfortunately said he couldn't do it. But he beat Volkov, he beat Jairzinho Rosenstrike, who Yes, he has probably committed murder, but he still should have been. That doesn't mean he shouldn't have been in the company.
Yeah, I
Okay,
hate how that fucking that them cutting him looked good now.
bro, I hate that because
Fucking,
we were able to go. Why'd you call Jorginho? And dude, it's almost like
now we see why.
almost like they went Trump. And he goes, "Hey, I'm like Donnie. Everyone's giving me shit for this. I didn't make it go away. It's got to go away, Donnie." And then the CIA fucking set him up. Hey, in this world, you never know. The CIA could have really sent Jorginho. Poor, that would just suck. All because the fans got behind you and said you shouldn't have been cut, and the CIA fucking gets
Get
you.
the fuck out of
That's
here.
fun. Chris Dawkins can, but dude, I mean, yes, I know it was an injury, but he will forever have a win over Tom Aspinall. It counts. It's on the record. I don't care if 15 seconds went by. That is 15 stuff. Yeah, I'm not gonna go there. But Jalton, and then he beat this Kuniev guy, which let's be honest, Kuniev's a can.
Kuniev
But we
did
seem
just
to be
beat
good.
Jotlin as well, so.
And also, Curtis has been out for 11 months with a damn injury. He's been out of an injury for
Well,
what?
he fought
More than
Kuniev
10
with an
months.
injury too. That's the thing.
No. But that's what I'm saying. He got knocked out. That unfortunately, the loss of Tom was sucked. He had the injury, and dude, I'm saying he fought Kuniev with the injury and then got surgery. Thank God, and he seems to be in much better shape now. With
Yeah, it's gonna be Curtis Blades all day, baby. He's
and
gonna
bro,
fucking cut this dude up with some razor blades, some elbows. Finish this guy.
bro, Curtis has said that he has not been the same since he fought. What fight he said? He said in the Alistair fight.
Really?
He's been injured since the Alistair fight. That was 2018. He's had an injury for. I'm trying to see this in the interview. He said that he first injured it in the Alistair fight. That was 7 years ago. No, actually, 8 years ago. 8 years ago, he was injured. I believe 8 years ago. This poor guy, dude, or 5 years, 7 years, 8 years, who fucking what it is, 9 years, who fucking cares? He's been battling injuries and now he's healthy. He is 35, but let's be honest. Who the fuck is Josh Hogan, dude? I mean, this guy, it's just honestly, dude, it's almost like Josh Hogan is, and Curtis made this assumption earlier that dude, he's not being. If Josh Hogan had fought into I don't know, let's say he had fought
like a Martin Tybura or anything.
No. Well, dude, I'm saying not even those guys. I'm saying let's say he fought Austin, even someone like Austin Lane. It beat someone like that, someone who's fought in the UFC.
Even
both guys he had. What?
Even Tai Tuivasa at this point.
Bro, if Josh Hogan had beaten one of the Tafas, we could say, okay, Tafas aren't good, but Josh Hogan handled them easily. It's not, but it would be something to base off resume wise.
Dude, he's beaten two people who haven't won against a UFC caliber opponent.
Never.
And he's acting like he's this big fucking star. No, sorry.
Oh shit! Sorry, sorry. The boxing glaze is rocking him. Go ahead.
Who fucking died?
Hold on, I'm trying to go back.
Someone fucking died, guys. It's over. It's over.
Moise Iglesias, I think he just stopped Yaga. I missed it. I'm trying to go back.
Oh, also, fuck you, Paramount, for fucking copyright striking us for my fucking.
Oh fuck yeah, fuck them, fucking
UFC
bullshit.
shorts. Fuck you guys. How dare you?
Dude, it's so great how dude, it was funny. If you look at the revenue last year, the Zone made like 500 million more because they have soccer. The men's sports, not overall. Obviously, Paramount makes more overall because they have movies, but sports wise, they made 500 million more projected even this year because of soccer. And I've uploaded the zone shit, and the zone's like, yeah, whatever. And the logo is right there, and the zone's like, whatever. It's Jake. We're good. He's a fucking kitty. We're good. And
Right.
this guy posts one post. Call me Roy. Call
It's
me
over.
Roy.
Get
This
rid
is
of it.
fucked up, dude. And I felt so bad for you because you uploaded the first one, it did
Bro,
well.
I posted
And
the
then you're
whole fucking finish sequence of Yusri and Mansoor, and that was fine. But I post fucking Pfeiffer after he finishes Izzy, not even the finish. Nope, nope.
no,
That's
bro.
too much. That's too much.
Oh, he quit in his corner.
Oh, what a bitch.
Oh, he quit in his corner. Oh, no, bro. He's got a cut like this up his mouth. Oh, this
Oh.
guy's fucked.
All right. Anyway,
This is
we're
one
both
tough
picking
Russian.
Curtis Blades, right?
Moses Iglesias is the new IBF super middleweight champion. A title that done the Bud Crawford had won. So credit
Both
to him.
picking
Moving on.
Curtis Blades.
No, I'm picking Josh Hogan. What the fuck do you think I'm picking?
All right. Let's fucking move on to the co-main event of the evening. We've got Azamat Murzakanov versus Paulo Costa. What arguably is the
Sorry, bro.
next number one
I just want
contenders
to hear
fight.
this.
Next
Okay.
number one contenders fight in the light heavyweight division. Because you look at the division, who else other than Azamat Murzakanov is even close for a title shot anytime soon?
Yeah.
Magomed Ankalaev, for a fact they ain't giving him any title shot anytime soon. Khalil Roundtree, no. Jan Blachowicz, no. Jamal Hill, no. Bogdan Gusov, no. The only guy up at near the top is Azamat Murzakanov, and he's on a streak. So this is probably a number one contenders fight, and he's taking on a
Yeah.
middleweight in Paulo Costa, who's moving up.
Well, let's be honest. He has experience at this weight. Was when he was big fat Grand Orc fighting the Orc Marvin Corey. But
I would be okay with that. But his coaches said, "Oh yeah, he moved up in weight. He was able to go up to like 240 pounds walking around. He didn't do himself any favors. He went up in weight walking around. So he could have stayed at like 220 or 215 and just cut 10, 15 pounds. Nope.
No.
Let's do whatever you want, Paulo. I think
Hey, listen to me. The one thing he has that we don't have,
secret juice.
Secret juice, baby.
Hey, there's beef in this fight because of secret juice.
There is.
Azamat's been making fun of secret juice, and that has legitimately pissed off Paulo for some reason.
What has he said?
He's like Russian secret juice is hard work, dedication.
That is the biggest shot at Brazil ever. Because what he's doing is he's going.
Paulo's like, who fucking cares? He's fat as fuck. He's fat as fuck.
And here's the thing. You've maybe a fan of Murzakanov, but he's got a beer gun. He's got a beer gun. Murzakanov's a good puncher. I mean, he's a great striker, but he's got a beer gun. And Paulo, outside of the Marvin fight, Paulo's always been jacked to shit. So much as Murzakanov says that, just looking at him, it looks hypocritical because he's fucking.
If you look at the two fighters, who do you think has the more power? It looks like Paulo Costa, but it's really.
Are you asking me?
No, I was just saying it looks like Paulo, but it's really.
I'd have to say. I might have to say
that. Choosing Costa.
What?
Jerkface is choosing Costa by decision.
Who's choosing you?
Jerkface Casey.
Choosing Costa. I mean, I gotta be honest. I don't see that. Yeah, I mean, I don't see that as.
I can't say that's a bad take, but
it's probably it's probably more likely than a Costa finish because who has Costa finished in the last fucking 5 years?
Well, Costa's not really a power puncher. He's more of a volume type of power.
Here's the thing, bro. No offense to Paulo. Once Paulo lost to Izzy, he lost all his explosiveness in terms of finishing ability. It went out the door.
You realize his only win against an active UFC fighter is Roman Kotilov?
That was a good win. That was a good win.
That's an okay win, but Roman Kopylov, not really,
Uh,
the top middleweight.
Bro,
Oh shit, where is he?
you there, dog? Isaiah?
You good? You live?
I'm gonna freeze for you. It
Yeah,
froze for me.
you froze for me
All
for
right,
a
we're good.
second.
I was like, you there? Was he out?
No, not now, not
No,
now.
we're good. We're good. We're good.
Uh,
But yeah, let's
yeah, they could definitely just stand and stare for 15 minutes. That's what Casey just said. It's definitely possible, but
Mirzakhanov would do something eventually.
we
Mirzakhanov,
the the one
we've seen Paulo. Let's be honest. Well, when Paul Costa fought Sean Strickland, that's pretty much what they did. They pretty much just stared, and
yeah.
Sean T kicked them. That's all that happened
I
because
mean,
Paul Costa didn't want to engage with Sean.
back in
Mirzakhanov,
2022, the one knock I'll give Azamat is that he was losing to Stefan Chukwi before he landed that shot in the third round that
that's
finished the
true. He
fight.
was, yeah. That
Um,
was 4 years ago, though, so he's gotten better.
yeah, he has gotten better, but his biggest wins in the UFC against a top guy is Alexander Rakic, Alonzo Menifield, and Justin Cody. Those are the biggest names because
Yeah,
I mean he's got the power for sure, and but if the fight goes longer, we have seen he does get tired a bit, and he does wilt a bit.
and that's a good point because we've known that from Paulo for years.
Yeah,
But honestly, he has shown. Here's the thing: when he fought Rockhold, even though Rockhold was doing the blood in his face and all that, Paulo was in most of it. And bro, in the fight against Roman, he was doing stuff in the third more than Roman was. Roman was more gassed. Paulo's gas tank, it will probably be a little worse because he's going up in weight and he's bigger. But his gas tank has honestly been. It's not been great. It's been below average, but it's still better for him
who knows? Maybe
because
at a bigger weight class, it helps him, but I don't know.
well, in my opinion, it doesn't because he's always such a. The reason why I don't think it does, dude, is because he's. It might be that he has more stamina, but there's a difference between stamina and your endurance. There's a big difference, and nobody understands that. Endurance means you can do more with less. Stamina means you have like a stamina bar of what you can do. Endurance goes past that. His endurance has
Y-
never been good. His stamina has always been good. His overall gas tank, but his endurance has never been great because he can't really endure a lot. He'll fall to a level and he'll stay there the rest of the fight. To be honest, I think the only reason why I would honestly pick Murzakanov is because I think he is more act. Here's what I think that happened. I think Murzakanov is going to win the first 2 rounds, and then Apollo is going to hurt him in the third, and then Murzakanov will gas, and then Paulo won't finish him because he's Paulo, and he'll just posture, and then I almost guarantee you that's how the fight's going to go. It's going to go like that. It's that Murzakanov will win the first 2 rounds, Paulo will win the third, and then he'll say he got robbed. And because honestly, either guy finished the other guy. So
Yeah, here's what I'm very interested in there. Like Paulo is very durable. He's not
very
really
durable.
been finished. He's been in wars. Um, Murzakanov does have the
He's
power. So if Murzakanov can't finish him, I'm very interested to see how this goes. And Paulo
he's not
does
going to
have
finish him, dude.
some
There's
some nasty body kicks. Paulo's body kicks are
are
nasty.
devastating. Yeah, they're very
So
devastating.
with Murzakanov getting tired later in the
No,
fight,
I
those
remember the
body
one he
kicks
landed
could
against
help.
Luke. Luke was like, "Oh!" Luke was literally like,
He's
"Oh!"
like, oh,
And bro, he said after that he broke his entire ribs.
yeah.
And
So
also because Paul is also this is Paul with a 205 leg, not a 185 leg. And that leg, like you heard the story about Joey Diaz falling in the pool, right? Heard about that? You know that story, right?
yeah.
And he's like, I'm telling you, like that leg, I'm that leg weighed 260. That Paulo Costa leg going into your chest weighs fucking 290 pounds.
I still remember the impact against in Marvin Vettori fight when he landed
Oh,
that body kick.
and that was the only shot he landed all fight.
honestly, with this being a possible number one contenders fight, Costa could come in and shake up the whole division and
I
become number
mean,
one contender. For it
here's
to
the thing.
happen, I don't know.
In terms of what the UFC for marketing, Paulo Costa becoming a top 5 light heavyweight is great for the UFC. It's a marketable name. He's got the secret juice. He's great on social media. He's hilarious. He's Marab's best friend. Brazilian best friend. Um, dude, he's openly called Nina a whore on like in Brazilian media. Have you seen this?
No, I
He's
haven't
on
seen that.
Brazilian media, and he's pretty much called her a whore because he has said he's like, yeah, she's hot, but I never bang her. What a stud! What a stud! And Paulo is the guy who has a girlfriend who's his manager and openly talks about banging other women because he's Paulo. He's a fucking dude. Listen, Paulo Costa could have made much more money if he went to male modeling. He's a very attractive man, and I'm saying that as a man myself. He could have gone and made so much more money in male modeling, and I'm sure he will when he's done.
Probably.
I remember when he fought Luke, someone said, "Man, these guys should be on the runway, not the octagon." And I was like, "That's a good point. They probably could be. They could be in a Calvin Klein commercial together."
I will say in this fight, I want to see how serious Khan's powers, because just being able to drop Rocket with a power jab was fucking wild.
Yeah, he didn't finish Rocket in that fight, right?
No, he did. He finished him in that first round.
Oh yeah, that was 320. What was that?
Was
Was that 321?
It was either 320 or 321, I think. Let me look.
I think it was 321. I don't remember.
And I'm gonna side with, yeah, it was 321. I'm gonna side with I'm gonna pick Paulo Costa in this fight. I'm gonna root for the underdog in this fight.
You are.
I like the idea of Costa
I gotta be honest. I was kind of only picking Mirzakhana because you love him so much. I was trying to help you out, but
I mean, I look at his wins.
If you're gonna pick Paulo, then I might pick Paulo too because I agree with Jerk here. I totally think Paulo could win this fight by decision.
He could.
The other reason, and here's the thing, you got to go with Jerk is saying in the chat. If Costa is doing what you're saying, Jerk, if he is scoring with body kicks and he can't just throw 2 around, he's got to throw 5 or 6 around. He's got to land his jab. If this is the most active that we've seen Paulo since not the Roman fight, if he's even 50%, because bro, when he fought, I mean, let's be honest, Paulo's last great war was Yoel, which was yonks ago. That was his last great war.
Did you consider the Marvin?
No, that was not a fucking war. That was not a war. That was 2 old boxers. Bro, you see that Grudge Match movie with De Niro and Stallone?
Yeah.
With the old boxers?
Yeah.
That's what that fight was. I kicked your ass 40 years ago. That's what it was. And Kevin Hart's going, yelling. That's what that fucking fight was. Dude, it was a good fight. It was sloppy as shit, though.
But
and so I believe, in my opinion, I believe that the in this fight, and I'll switch my pick. I'll pick Paulo Costa because I do agree. I do agree with what you're saying, Jerk. I think that if he does score, if he scores, let's be honest, Paul's if he's doing all, he's got a chance to win this fight. Very good chance, and I'm gonna pick him. I'm gonna pick him to win.
All right, we're both siding with the underdog in this fight.
Now, as I mentioned, what I think is most likely going to happen is Mirzakhana win the first 2 rounds, and I'm only saying that because Paulo has come out in fights, and he's pretty much just done his posturing. He'll jab and he'll
look
go
like the Paulo Costa he has to.
And you can just tell Paulo's in there, and all he's thinking is, "God, I look so good." You can just tell when Paulo's
I need secret juice.
so good. He because he does. He looks like a.
Just
He's again.
you keep freezing.
We good? We're good, right?
We're good right now. Yeah, you keep freezing. I don't know what's going on.
Well, we'll get one more fight, so we're good.
Yeah.
I did just get new Wi-Fi, so maybe that's why. But yeah.
Yeah, we're both picking Costa. We're
Yep.
rooting for the underdog, but Ozma definitely killing. So
Yeah.
let's
It's yeah. We'll pick Costa. Shit.
yeah, let's move on to the main event of the evening for the vacant light heavyweight title. We've got Yuri Prohashka versus Carlos Ulberg. What an interesting fight.
Okay, so I'm gonna say one thing about this, and then I'll give it to you for the rest, pretty much. If Carlos Ulberg is going to be special, and I mean be a long-time reigning champion and keep his title for a while and be good at heavyweight, Carlos Ulberg will win this fight, and he will find a way to snipe you like Alex did. If he's special, but from what I've seen of Carlos, I don't think he's that special. I think he's a very good fighter, and no offense to Dom Reyes, who we've seen Dom Reyes put out. He got
Yeah.
put out by Ryan Spann. Let's be honest. Dom has the ability to get slept, which is why Johnny Walker might throw a jab. I don't want it to happen, but there's a full chance Johnny Walker throws a fucking stiff jab and Reyes goes stiff. 100% could happen. I don't think it will, but it's definitely possible. We've seen Carlos Solberg knocked out by Kennedy. That was years ago.
That was his debut fight. Yeah.
It was his debut fight. Carlos has fought, and I say this in a thing, and this goes to my point. As much as I do like Carlos, I think he's a very good fighter. We've seen him have his struggles. Like, yes, he did knock out Poteria, no longer in the UFC. He knocked out Noga Morano, not in the UFC. He not now. I'm the Chewy, not in the UFC. He went the distance with Fabio Charant, which doesn't look good because that guy's a can.
Bear in
He went
mind, these are
distance with
all bums.
Da Woon Jung, not in the UFC, I believe,
Bum.
right? Not UFC. Trying to go back for a second. Why does it do this, bro? Computer sucks. No, what are you doing, computer? Fuck, this is when I'm recording my boxing videos. I was like, oh, moving, bitch. Oh
I
my
mean,
god, Jesus Christ! Why are
his,
you lagging?
his
Fuck you.
finishes are against bums.
Okay, so Pateria not the UFC, John not the UFC. Alonzo Metafield, okay. Volkanovski Demir, pretty good. We'll get to that because that's their real common opponent. But you kind of have to cancel Dominic Reyes because they both murdered. Carlos fought a Dominic Reyes that I believe was more momentum, skill wise, wasn't as good as the one Yuri beat.
Yeah.
Because looking back on it, we talked about this. Dom Reyes looked pretty good in the Yuri fight. It's just that Yuri looked better and murdered him. Yeah, but he's really tough here. Oh, I still have that, right?
I gotta see if I still have it.
Yeah.
I gotta search.
I'm in save there. I think.
Hopefully.
Volkanovski, good fighter. And the reason why I struggle with this is that he has a decision against Volkanovski, which he lost around, and a decision against Jan Blachowicz, which
Lost around.
I mean, people were saying, "Oh, Jan could have won." As much as we love Alex, let's be honest, Alex lost to Jan. He did, and let's not. Now, it was necessary. I love Jan, but it was necessary for the sake of MMA. It was necessary. It was necessary. It had to happen. Somebody had to get screwed. Jan knew did just now. Did he beat Alex? Clearly, no. But he sat on him for 2 rounds and he did it. He did it to Izzy. It's why he was a good fighter. But Carlos struggled, and if not for the Dom Reyes fight, he wouldn't be in this position because Dom Reyes had all the. And when Carlos could have taken it somewhat easier, I get it. He fought Dom, it worked. As I mentioned, because he hasn't shown me that he's truly special, and now he could because it's Yuri, you can always beat him.
Yeah.
The problem is this guy's not Alex Pereira, Carlos Solberg, and he has gotten better, and I think he is going to hurt Yuri. He's going to hurt him with some shot, but it's not going to be Alex Pereira's left hook. It's not going to be Alex Pereira's knee. It's not going to be. And I think what's going to happen, we talked about this, it's almost a common opinion. Yuri will lose 2 through 3, and then it's over. And then he'll come back, cycle win, and then Carlos will be fucked. Now, I think what we are underestimating is Carlos is a lot tougher than people give him credit for. He is tough. But I'm seeing a lot of this mental stuff in camp with Carlos. He's trying to get his mind right and mental. You are never going to be more mentally tough than Yuri. Nobody will ever be more, not even Alex. Like, the only time Yuri's ever used an excuse was, I'll excuse dark magic. Because Yuri didn't understand, I am a literal Zen samurai. How did I lose? Oh, okay, maybe Alex is great. He is Alex Pereira. And for all those reasons, I'm going with Yuri Prochazka to win this fight in the 4th round. He is going to lose the first 2, and then because also one thing you mentioned, we have not. Yes, Carlos trained. He trained for a 5-round fight with Reyes. He didn't go 5 rounds. He's never gone 5 rounds.
He didn't even go 2 rounds.
He did trade. Okay, but yeah, he's a good fighter, very very good fighter. But and Carlos is a good kickboxer, but I don't know. I just don't know. I'm gonna go with. Obviously, we're going with Yuri. And Yuri will be the 2-time light heavyweight champion of the world.
So
it's crazy. Yuri could win this and still have no defenses because he never got to defend, which it was an injury. It wasn't his fault. But
I was picking Yuri earlier in the week, and as the week I've seen the side of Carlos Ulberg. I see how Carlos Ulberg can win this fight.
Not gonna do it, obviously. Come on.
No, I'm not doing it. Don't worry.
I was like, dude, if you're doing this, I'm clicking end call and I'm never talking to you again. That'd be the biggest betrayal.
They are in the big cage, so
that will favor Carlos.
Yeah, can move around on the outside, picking apart like city kickboxing fighters like to do half the time.
Which they're good at, yeah. Which they're good at.
And if for the first 2 rounds, I 100% think Carlos Ulberg can win the first 2 rounds, just keeping his distance, picking at Yuri, finding the right angles and the right shots to hurt Yuri. I think he will put Yuri down at some point in this fight, just finding the right angle. But it's just like you said, it's not Alex Pereira. And let me preface this: Yuri, before he met Alex Pereira, had not lost a fight since the end of 2015, and that was to King Mo.
King Mo,
and that was his second fight on that night. He had fought in was it Nemkov earlier in the night?
No, I don't know. Hold on.
He might have fought Nemkov earlier.
That would be crazy. Fighting King Mo and Nemkov in the same fucking night.
It was Nemkov. He fought Bad King Nemkov, beat Nemkov in the first round, and then the same night got beaten by Muhammad Lawal, King Mo.
This is why Ryzen's the best. This is why Ryzen is better than everybody. This is why I've always said Ryzen. If I could have joined any promotion just to analyst, I'd be Ryzen every day. Yep. Yeah, he beat Nemkov in the same night. 2 days before, he beat Satoshi Ishii, who Satoshi Ishii played. He was in the Smashing Machine movie. So
this dude's he's built different.
And dude, 3 weeks before that, he beat Kondratov, good fighter. He was but he fought literally in that period. He
Yeah,
had he had 4 fights in about a month. Of course, he might get on. Look what happened.
and he avenged that
What
loss,
happened to
dude. He
Marab? I
avenged
mean,
that loss like 3 years
yeah,
later.
and guess what? He fought him in 2019, and he murdered King Mo in the 3rd round.
Yeah, and guess what? He didn't lose a single fight until he met the one and only Alex Pereira. And
And
he
dude,
has Yuri
let's look
has
at who he
taken.
fought. He fought Fujita, great fighter. He fought some good guys in there. He beat CB Dalloway, who wasn't great, but a good fighter. He beat Glover. He beat Dominic Reyes. He beat Volkan Ozdemir. He finished all of them. And Yuri has never gone. Here's the thing: if at the end of 5 rounds it's a decision, it has to be Carlos. If it goes, it's going to be Carlos.
Yeah, but the thing is,
100%.
Yuri hasn't been to a decision in also 10 years.
That's what I'm saying. No. But that's what I'm saying. If it's a decision, I feel like that Carlos will have just sort of kind of pot shot of his way to victory,
That's very
which,
possible.
which
Yeah,
will take a lot of skill because Yuri's going to keep coming after him.
but my thing is with Yuri's
Yes,
style,
he said he is.
always going for the finish, 32-5. With the amount of fighters he has fought in, he has definitely fought in people like Carlos Ulberg.
Several guys.
Carlos has never met someone or trained with someone like Yuri Prohaska. No one in
Yeah,
his camp has
you
fought
can't.
in, no one
Yeah,
in
you
his
can't.
camp has fought Yuri. So he's never trained for that style technically up until this point.
Yeah.
And it's Carlos, a technical kickboxer like Carlos can definitely beat Yuri Prohaska 100%. But I don't know if he can withstand that pressure
Just
because
technique, yeah. Just technique. Obviously, Carlos has the advantage. It's obvious. We're not saying he
yeah,
doesn't have the advantage in technical ability. We're
but
obviously saying that, correct?
you
But
gotta have special power to put Yuri out.
because Yuri, he's like Yuri doesn't make sense. Yuri is not human. Is Yuri is a Klingon from the House of Martok in Star Trek. He is literally fucking not of this planet.
If he was
The
an
video
alien,
everyone's
that
seen where
makes sense.
what?
If it came Mother, he was an alien. I'd believe it.
Yeah, I'd be like, bro, aliens are great. Fuck humans. Uh, dude, the thing of him is, in my opinion, I think Khalil Roundtree beats Carlos Ulberg. I've been saying this for years. I think Khalil has just more. In my opinion, if Carlos and Khalil fought a 3 round featured fight, I think Khalil would win because I think he's more active. Carlos is a good fighter, but he's not active enough for me. When he lands his shot,
He's also in worse shape for this fight than he was for the Dom Reyes fight.
what do you mean worse shape?
Like he's not as in shape. Like he's
Oh,
a
he
bit
doesn't look it.
more.
Oh,
No, he's not as in shape for this fight.
well,
And if you
that's not gonna cost him against Yuri. Duh, yeah.
you see, you've seen the shots that Yuri has taken from. He's taken massive shots from Vulcan, from Glover, from fucking Rocket, Jamal,
Jamal
Khalil.
Hill hit him with some mega shots in round one. He
Bro,
was trying to kill
you
Yuri
remember
in
the
round
fucking
one.
shot Rocket hit him with? It
Yeah, but
literally put him. He literally just stopped for a second, like, okay, let's go for that.
yeah, and here's the thing. The thing of Rocket is we talk about this about Rocket. He is one of the most skilled fighters in this division history. Skilled. He has severe, like he has no heart and unfortunately no mental stability.
Yeah,
He as soon as he gets in trouble, Rocket just falls apart. And I don't think that's something he controls, consciously. I think it's a subconscious thing that he just can't function and he fails. That's not only on him. Um, Dude, Yuri submitted Glover Teixeira with no hooks in, and all I hear is no, Yuri. Like, what happened? I couldn't even know what was happening.
uh,
Um, and dude, Khalil was fucking battering Yuri, battering. He was kicking the shit out of Yuri for 2 rounds, and then Yuri said, "Let's go for that. Let's go for that." And dude, this is literally going to be a moment where Miami's gonna rock when Yuri's getting hurt. And here's the thing: if Carlos Ulberg had more, because here's the thing, he has said, Carlos, I know I'm gonna win because I have a sniper right hand, which means he's gonna sit and wait that you cannot do that against Yuri. The only guy who's done that is Alex because he can rely on it. Yuri, Carlos could knock out. He couldn't knock out Jan with that. He couldn't knock out Volkan Ozdemir.
Yeah, that's the thing.
No offense to Carlos. Who is he knocked out?
High level.
No. On a high level and has a great chin. Volkan Ozdemir has fought a ton of guys. Who has knocked out Volkan Ozdemir? Yuri. Who has knocked out Jan? Nobody. Not even Alex. Alex couldn't knock out Jan.
No. No one
Now,
finishes Jan.
no, exactly. And
Or,
and everyone robs Jan pretty much because he's Jan. It's just like for me, I just don't see if Carlos, as I said, if he's gonna rely on just waiting for that right hand, he's never gonna find it. Yuri's too unpredictable. At some point, yeah, he might land one, but listen to me. Listen to me. Yuri, at some point, Carlos will land the right hand, but it's gonna be too short. It's gonna skim. It's not gonna land flush. Yuri is not a stationary target. Yeah, he puts his hand like that, but here's the thing: if Carlos is gonna commit to doing short hooks, uppercuts, he'll have a chance. But Carlos, I can tell. No offense, and this goes back to a point that you talked about. If Carlos was training with other city kickboxing, I might pick him because he has a great ability. But no offense, Eugene Behrman, he has proven to me that he's proven to be a very at times a non-adequate coach. He's failed. He's unfortunately, and we talked about this, he's failed as fighters. Not like massively. Obviously, there's nothing you can do for Dan against Armin. We all knew Armin was going to win. Obviously, we're not stupid. But we've seen with Eugene, he failed Izzy in the on fight. I mean, if he's a great coach,
he's a great coach.
Some advice to get up or something. What?
He's a great coach, but I've started to
realize. I disagree. He's a good coach. Dude, I can't say great. I can't say great. Just because he had Izzy, you can't. He's a very good coach. Very good.
I think he got lucky with Izzy because Izzy's just a one in a lifetime type of fighter.
He is. Yeah,
and I mean his other fighters are the UFC level, but they're not championship level.
I think that Navajo Sterling's going to be a top 15 guy at some point in his career. Might be a good fighter, but he's never going to win a world title. Never, in a million years. He doesn't have the skill right now that I've seen. And if he does one day, okay, shoot me. Who gives a fuck? Whatever.
We'll see. But as of right now, no, he doesn't have the skill for it.
And dude, let's be honest. Yuri was hurting Alex in the first fight. And the stoppage was a Mark Goddard, not so Goddard stoppage. It was fair because Yuri was hurt as shit. But let's be honest. As I've said this, I think by virtue of resume, Khalil beats Olberg right now. I think he beats Olberg. I don't think Olberg has the. He has power. We know he has power. But who is he knocked out on the top level? Nobody besides Dom, and Dom's been slept by Ryan Spann. We've always, ever since Dom got beat by Jan, Dom's chin's been suspect because Jan broke it down and Yuri shattered it, and he's proven to have a decent strength. But Dom hasn't really been hit since the Spann fight until he got hit by Carlos.
Yeah, pretty much.
And he got hit. Listen to me, Carlos can certainly hurt Yuri. But I think Yuri wins this fight easily. And I just don't think, personally, I don't think Carlos is on Yuri's level, partially because of the style and partially because of mentality. Because Carlos, I'm not saying he'll take a way out. I think he is a mentally tough guy, but nobody's more mentally tough than Yuri. Get the fuck out of here.
No.
Yuri Prochazka is going to become the 2-time light heavyweight champion of the world. Bush.
I completely agree, Cocksucker. I think.
But as I said, if Carlos does knock him out, Carlos is special. Carlos will have proven to us, okay, man, you knocked out Yuri. Who else has done that? The Go Alex. Holy shit.
Yeah, if he goes in there and he knocks out Yuri, awesome. You did fucking something incredible, and maybe that'll make me more interested in his title reign.
And here's the thing. I believe Yuri beats Magomed. I don't know if Carlos beats Magomed. I don't know that because
Yeah,
we
no.
haven't seen Carlos chased by a grappler like that. We haven't seen it. I know Yuri beats him. I know Yuri beats Magomed because
I
Yuri would just
really want that
getting
fight,
up,
bro.
keep getting up, and then he would, and then Magomed would go, Ali, Ali, help, and then Yuri's like looks at Ali, he goes, let's go for that.
Let's go
Let's
for
go
that.
for that. Bro, what if he knocked out Magomed while looking at Ali? Let's go for that rat.
Let's go for that, you fucking
Stay where you
nasty.
are. Stay where you are. Oh my god. What's this?
I found the video
What is it?
of Yuri and Dom.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, you
Yeah,
found it.
I'm trying to find the moment where it happened.
It was right where I
I know when
said.
it happens because I'm gonna hear it. This guy's fucking tough.
I said that. He was. He was taking tons of Yuri's blows.
He
I
was.
feel bad for Dom because bro, honestly, we were shitting on him that week, and also, uh, bro, you just pause it for a second before you get to that.
Yeah.
Everyone should know I got COVID and I
Yeah,
got
I mentioned that in my
sick
fucking breakdown.
from this guy. I got fucking COVID,
And
and
I
we were
killed you.
drinking.
And I
We were
killed you
doing
with alcohol.
Jaegers. We were drinking Jaegers, and this was back when we were both heavy drink. Well, I'm a heavy drinker. I'm not really, but we were both heavy drinkers. You're like it was after the knock. You're like, have some,
One more, dog.
bro. Listen to me. We spent an hour and a half talking about Yuri's future. After that, we talked about Yuri's future, about how he could be a mega star and become champion, and he did, and he's become that. Meanwhile, the whole time, COVID was gurgling in my system, ready to murder
Yeah,
me.
ready to
I was
fucking
dead for a week.
wait until the next morning to fucking hit you.
Bro, I remember I texted you like, bro, it's a great fella. I'm like, bro, I have COVID. You go, what do you mean? I was like, I'm fucking dying. Go ahead.
Alright, you ready for this shit?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I gotta rewind it so I don't get it. You can't see shit because of the lighting. Our lighting was so bad.
Holy fucking shit.
And I'm like,
Fucking hell.
come on, we gotta be quiet.
What was that? You saying that?
Yeah, I was like, shh.
It was in my dorm, you
I
fucker.
know.
Steve wasn't even there. Steven left to go like smoke weed.
Oh,
I think he's a mess.
we gotta post that to the fucking channel.
Oh, we did, bro. You should post it. Hey, if Yuri wins this weekend, we should post it and go ahead. The last time, we should post that and then our reaction to Yuri beating Carlos
Hell yeah,
as
I'm
like a
down. I'm
as a
down.
full circle moment.
But yeah, no, we're both picking Yuri to finish Carlos before the final bell.
Yeah, it's just the fact that if this fight goes to distance, I guess Yuri could win, but that would require Carlos to be extremely mentally tough and physically tough, yeah, but more mentally tough, and I don't think he has that. I think if it's round 4 or 5, I don't care if Yuri's down 4 rounds, Yuri's going to keep coming, and Carlos will break. He's going to break at some point.
Yeah.
He's going to, and I feel like Carlos deep down kind of knows that he knows he has to kill Yuri, and that's why he's relying on his right hand. It's a mistake. The only way to beat Yuri, and if you go back and you watch his loss to King Mo. King Mo didn't just land one shot. King Mo was putting combos on him, and he was catching Yuri coming the way in. And you either have to do that and match his output times 50, or you got to have prayer power. And I don't think Carlos is either. He definitely doesn't have the volume, and I don't think he has the power either. He is powerful, but he's not prayer powerful. So
No, he's not.
we'll see. And listen, dude, if Carlos wins, all credit to him. Again, what? And also, for Yuri's legacy, his legacy is complete. He's a former champion, absolute legend, samurai of the sport. For Carlos, it could either make him a superstar or he is going to be resided to a top 10 mainstay, which isn't a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, but it's not being world champions.
No. But that's gonna do it. We both pick Yuri.
fucking 11:40, bro. I'm feeling, bro. I need to get some sleep.
Yeah, yeah.
I was
Well,
supposed bro. I'm not mad at you for being late, but I need to go to bed because I'm fucking feeling like shit. I need to get some more sleep.
yeah.
So I'm not blaming you, but it would have been nice to go to bed. But whatever, forget about it. It's okay.
Whatever.
Um,
Whatever. All right. Well, that's
guys,
gonna do it for
thanks for
this
watching the Fighters Lounge.
Fires
Yep.
Lounge breakdown.
We'll see you on Saturday. So shout out to the things. So on tomorrow we got a good Pro Box card. There's some good PKFC fights this weekend as well. And I think at the BKFC, that's what they're gonna, I think they're gonna bring out their Until. Maybe they'll announce him. I don't know. Maybe Connor will go. Hey,
And
Daddy, there you go, man.
Jerkface.
Welcome to the show, Darren.
Tune in
I just want to
Saturday,
shout out.
Jerkface Casey. We'll be doing the fight companion.
Yeah, bro. Well, actually, I want
Watch
to
us
shout
live.
out. So on Saturday, I'm gonna do a fight companion for Fury versus Makhmudov, the big Netflix boxing card. I'm gonna do one in the morning up till 5. I'll let you know after we're done here, dude. But I'll probably be like, I probably won't get to yours until like 6 or 7, just because I'll be doing the Fury stuff. But
All right.
you won't start the stream till like 8 anyway, so we're good.
Yeah.
Because the ring walks are going to be at 5 for Fury, so probably the fight will be over by 6. So I'll be there. I won't miss much. I mean, let's be honest. Like fucking, the first fight, whatever. Who cares? Not really. But yeah. So we're doing that stream, and then we'll have a 327 stream. Also have the Pro Box on my computer. So tons of fights for the weekend. So much to talk about. Yuri Prohaska will be the 2-time light heavyweight champion of the world.
Damn right.
It is going to be awesome. Lock in it. And Connor Ben's losing this weekend. He won't, but I hope he does. Because fuck Dana White.
Fuck Dana White. Fucking bum. Bitch ass.
That's the baldy. That's the baldy. Oh, dude, I've made it clear. I want to say this. We're still live, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to end in a second. If we decide to go to New York this year, we're only going if we are going to wear shirts that on the front say, "We support UFC fighters," on the comment, something like that, and then the back it says "Death to Baldy." I'm going to make us t-shirts, and we're going to go to the UFC like that. And if they kick us out, we're going to post it on social media, and the company's going to be killed. So, it's fucking over.
Oh, the company fucking canceled us. We kill them.
Bang. Dead.
Dead.
All right, guys, that's going to do it. My name is Jake.
I'm Isiah.
And thanks for watching the final round. This is the Fighters Lounge. Remember, the greatest fighters always leave it all in the final round. And Josh Hogan is a bitch. We'll see you guys.
Fucking bitch. Let's go for that.
Let's go for that.
All right. Hell yeah.
Holy shit.